Yeah,
Hey, here we are.
You had the Rias?
Mike, you're supposed to tell us your feelings, man.
Yeah, tell us about your diarrhea and stuff.
Yeah, how you doing?
Let's start this week's episode with Mike's diarrhea.
Mike, how's your diarrhea doing?
Yes.
I'm good now.
How's your
So Jarek just had explosive diarrhea on the dragon. That's now canon.
And you still wouldn't give him like fake shit to play with. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
He
just
wanted
rude.
a poo ball spell that he could use in combat to cover things in poo and make them vomit. No, I'm not allowing that.
Come on.
I mean,
Poo and make him sick and fire? Well, the poo
I'll
would be
give
on
him
fire.
plenty. I'll give
I
him
was saying
plenty
the
of
poo would be on fire, so it's a fire poo ball.
It'd have to
But
be
you
in a
don't
paper
even get
bag.
access to a fireball, I think, as a warlock. So I'm
That's
not
why I
gonna
wanted
give
the
it
poo
to you.
fireball.
Exactly. I'm not giving you a freaking fireball. That's all you want is a fireball.
It
What
wouldn't
if
be the full strength.
Can we get a porch in this game?
What if he got a paper bag and he used his tinder box to set the thing on fire?
Now, if he put poo in a bag and set it on fire, he could do that whenever he wanted. I would think that's funny, especially if it's his own poo.
Go for it.
I think we have enough poo for all of us.
Yeah. Girls poop too.
Quick, everyone poo together.
Poo, 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 poo,
Power
poo.
combined.
Yes, I don't.
God,
wanna-
you make your
Horrible
own poo
anime or
bombs.
something.
Everybody's gonna shit into this funnel and shoot it at the enemies
Gross.
like a Gatling gun.
Let's start instead of doing this more. I
Nope.
think is yeah.
I've decided this is what we're doing.
Nope.
I'll see you guys later.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Later, bud.
Joking,
good
guys.
episode.
Okay.
right.
Anyway, so
Dookie.
we are back. So we wanted to do a little bit of stuff. Adam, did you have any questions you wanted to ask?
Oh yeah, hammer stuff.
Okay, so we are gonna.
That's very
So
tactful.
we had
Hammer
forgotten
heard
that
off.
we had forgotten that we were crafting a hammer for Adam, and I thought I remembered it, and then I thought
We
Adam shut
we
it
both
down. so
forgot.
we
It's fine.
decided- yeah.
No, so
So-
what I was asking you is, can we just dip this fucking thing in adamantine? If not, and
Yeah.
then you said you had something, so we'll just go with that.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is Adam actually did create this hammer back when we were in the cavern. So I'm gonna kind of cut back and do a quick scene. So Adam
I also
and-
created the hammer I currently have.
Yeah, you already originally created that one.
Yeah,
MC.
MC. What?
You're on.
Hammer.
I'll
Yes,
wait for
got
it.
yeah, yeah, sorry.
Now I got it. Okay,
Yeah,
that took me. I was sitting
Hey,
here like,
hey,
what?
yeah, it's a
Tank.
rapper, John.
Tank,
Wait.
It is. I know him.
Take that joke was pretty legit.
Pumps
if I
in a
do say
bump,
so
right?
myself.
Oh.
No,
Was it too legit to quit?
it was can't touch this.
I
Not
know.
humps and a bump, but yeah,
Bumps
Tank.
in a bump, I was about to say that.
Tank, very legit joke. Let's continue. I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
I won't hurt him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, woo.
Bankruptcy.
Didn't get
Is
that
that,
one
is that a good
either.
joke?
Okay. Anyway, so I need Tank.
Hammer declared bankruptcy.
I remember that, but I'm trying to move on because I don't know shit about rap. Fuck you guys. I'm lost.
Hey, Brady, there's burgers in there.
Why do you think I'm the DM? I want to be in control.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Hi, Brandy.
she can't.
You're
hear you,
not.
John.
I don't care. I can still say hi.
Okay, I'll let her know. So what's up?
Okay.
Let's
thank
roll.
you.
No.
Now, while she's standing in the room, we'll do it later.
Come on,
okay?
ho.
Anyway, so I need Tank and Adam to roll for blueprinting.
Shit, I should get dice out, huh?
Yeah,
That's
good
good
idea.
help. D20, you said?
Let's find the first one.
D20, and you're going to roll your blueprinting, so that's your proficiency plus your intelligence, Tank.
Not good. I got a 12, so you don't even
12,
need to
so-
roll, Tank.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, so your
Seven.
blueprints, you already created one, I know that, so we'll just say you got a regular blueprint. And go ahead and roll your smithing, Adam.
Okay, that's better. No, it's not. That is a natural 1.
Oh, wow, you suck.
Well,
at
you
life.
were taking time on all that stuff anyway, so you took 20 when you made it.
Hey, thank
And
you, John. We did take
when
20
you're
on all
making
that shit.
you as you were making it, you were carving in the symbol of Helm, and as you were carving in the symbol of Helm, and as you had been, you were saying a prayer as you carved it, and when you finished carving and
Like
you
a
finished
prayer.
the prayer, there was a flash, and your hammer raised from next to you, and it landed. It kind of fused with the hammer you have now, so it turned over its blessing. And what plus did you have on this hammer?
+1
With the take 20?
Well, if it's a take 20, that would be a 27 on my smithing.
So that's going to be a +1, and you're going to gain an extra +1 from your previous hammer fusing with it. So you have a +2 adamantine hammer with the blessings that were already on it.
Cool. I can work
So
with
that
that.
now crits from 19 to 20, which means your crit range with that hammer is 18 to 20.
Gotcha.
And you still won't crit, punk.
Oh, I might. So that puts my +2 hit up 1 and my regular damage up another 1, right?
Yes. So
Got
yes.
it. Cool. Got it. Thank you.
Does that work?
That works great. I mean, like I said, like I was telling you before, we just kind of I forgot. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I thought we were making 4 things.
I did too, and I mentioned that the one time, and you were like, "No."
No, because
and I was like, "Okay."
You know what it was? You were thinking I was trying to make a shield, and then I said no, and then we just moved on. So, because I'm dumb.
You did mention the hammer. Yeah. It was a hammer previously. Yeah.
We're good. It's all good.
So, up next, was there anything else did anyone have anything else that they wanted to ask me before we get on? And then I got something.
Where are we?
Oh,
we're on dragons.
Still?
Well, we're on them again.
Yeah, you guys are you just finished through Darrett, and you're going to be continuing on Dragonback until you get to you're going to the main city of Junel.
Okay.
And there's one more big city on the road. You know, that is Steel Cliff, which is the home of our beloved Mirko.
I want to brew some wicked beers while I'm up here on Dragonback. I feel like I should have something with me, and then
once we get into the game, we'll get into that. But I'm talking any out-of-game questions. Like rules questions.
I got a big one.
Anything like that. Questions about your character.
I got a big one.
Tank, this better be a really good joke.
John, will you put some respect on my name?
Yeah, yes.
That wasn't good.
What's your question?
it didn't
go take another poop.
I got it.
He got it. I got it.
I got it, but I wasn't giving any. I was just shutting it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, thanks.
It was a purposeful reaction. I got the joke.
It's not a joke.
Adam, you'd have done the same damn thing.
No, I don't know. I mean, no, I probably would have said keep your name out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, man. I didn't know that at all.
You like that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. This joke has no more legs.
Okay. Anyway, boy. Did you have any actual questions, Josh?
No.
Okay. So I did want to go into kind of a better explanation of the skills challenge, because we do have a couple more of those coming up in this episode. And what I'm looking for there is you're going to tell me a skill you're going to use, and you're going to tell me how you wanted to use it. Like, I want to use my athletics. As my dragon swoops down, I'm going to jump down and try to, with the momentum, cleave through a bunch of these people in a row. And I'll be like, okay, you're going to roll your athletics and you're going to do this big scene. Or I want to use my intelligence or my investigation to look at the opponents and read where their weaknesses are. And I'm be like, okay, you see a weakness here, here, and here based on your roll. And then from there, you'll tell me, well, I want to attack here. And I'll be like, okay, this is what happens. So you're kind of just explaining simple stuff, and then you're going to get to make a big action afterwards. So make sure when you're attacking, you're wanting to attack a large amount of people. Make a heroic leap down a wall. I'll say that you jam your axe in and you slide down to the wall to the ground to safety. but you're now or surrounded by a group of these guys, and then your next person's turn. You know, it's like you're covering with each turn like 30 seconds to a minute, or maybe 30 to 40 seconds to a scene of like Lord of the Rings, the big battles in Lord of the Rings. Think of like a 30-second scene, one character. That's you each time you roll.
They cut to another one.
And then they cut to another one.
John, I would think if at least for like the next one, maybe the next two, if you'd like a little more, ask us some questions and we'll keep going.
I will try to. I will try to give you guys some more feedback because I was having trouble with that as well.
Well, it was our first one. Fuck it. It
went
pretty good.
I wanted to explain like what I'm looking for, what I'm thinking, and if you guys have questions, ask them at any time. If you want tips or ideas, ask me. I will throw them out freely. I overthink stuff like this, so I see every possibility there is.
It was
like,
good time.
This I want you guys to have fun with. This is the I get to be creative and do something weird and wacky with my character, no strings attached. But you fail, you fall off a dragon 40 feet, you know?
Sure.
Fun.
Tank, I missed that joke. Could you repeat it, please?
Damn it.
We'll get these on the recording. I get a lot of laughs just listening to Tank mumble under his mouth.
No, it's usually something sorry.
You said yeah, well, I didn't say it this time.
He says he sees everything.
Yeah, you said something. You see everything. You see all different possibilities. Like, calm down, Doctor Strange. Like,
okay.
Doctor Strange.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was good.
Infinity
good job.
War.
We're in the end game now. We're not. We're only like level 6.
Far behind. Yeah, we're not in the end game. We're not close, but hopefully we have a fun journey.
Sorry.
So, up next, so is there nobody has any other questions? So we'll go back to where we were. In the last session, we helped the people of Darrett escape and attack from these creatures. And from there, you guys are heading south on Dragonback toward Junelle. You're heading on the main road you followed in, and you know the other dragons are taking other paths. There is a central pack, and they are trying to get as many refugees as they can back to Junelle, or hopefully back to Junelle, depending on the attacks it's under, what's left of Junelle. So you guys are kind of in a race against time to get there as fast as you can, and you know that there is a meeting point shortly before you get to Junelle for the dragons to formulate an attack strategy, and you're heading there. But that is once you get past Steel Cliff. So you travel, I'd say, a couple of days on Dragonback. Is there anything you guys would like to do? It's probably going to be 3 days. Yeah.
Take a nap.
3 days.
Dragon's back.
Is there anything you would like to do in your 3 days time?
Have we covered the ground? We've already covered the ground that we're going the same way we traveled to Derek, right?
Yes.
Because I was gonna I was gonna suggest something like maybe make note of like good, like maybe like nice locations to maybe come back to, but like we've probably seen a decent amount of stuff already.
Oh,
so
I've been
that's
writing
not
everything
great.
down. You know how I do.
Right.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have anything.
Rolo, you wanted to do some brewing?
Strange.
Yeah. So as we were flying over the last 3 days, is it possible that I can locate territory where I know where some herbs might be to
Well, you have the stuff you need in your brewery kit. Like I said,
everything is as special as I can find. I have it already.
Not as special as you can find, but the dragons aren't landing. You guys are heading straight there. They are not landing often.
Well, I'm not experienced in brewing, so they'll have to let me know like what would I have with me that would be beneficial to cold brew to make some wicked tea.
I'd rather have coffee.
Just like some strong tea. You have whatever you need. You have in your kit. I'm an easy GM. Whatever you need, you have in your kit. Whatever you want to make, you just got to roll for it.
Okay.
Something about like morale or confidence.
So you can explain to me the miraculous thing you've created.
Depending on how I roll.
Well, I'll tell you how good it is. You can tell me what you've created, what you've used to create it. Make shit up. I don't care. And then I will tell you how good it is based on the roll.
Oh. All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, give me time to think about it then. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the DC on 50 invulnerability potions?
A lot.
That would be high.
Like 87, something of that, give or take 10.
I'm gonna say like probably like 74 and a half with disadvantage.
Cool. Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's where you get you guys, the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
You're never gonna
and
get
the
it
half.
then.
Is there
Right, 'cause
any
you're
way
not
I
gonna
could have
push.
just a quick conversation with John, like a side conversation, and everybody else like mutes out or can't hear what's going on?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take our headphones off. John, give me the wave on the cam.
Yeah, I'll bring my video up.
Or just send us a message.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, cool. I'm taking mine off.
Everybody
later.
off?
Hello. I think everybody's off.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Yes, I'm
And
off.
fuck you, Adam. Go ahead.
in the spirit of April Fool's coming up, and we're not going to get the next one on April Fool's. I want to brew up some stuff that make people shit themselves uncontrollably.
While on Dragonback,
Well, I mean,
or are
it's
you
just-
going to save
it's-
this for a later time?
it'll be at a later time. I mean, I'm just going to
Okay.
offer them something to drink, and then abracadabra, they shit
Got
themselves.
you. You want to brew it up now so you have it for whenever you want to have fun.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that idea. So,
Or
Go
maybe
ahead.
give them like hallucinations.
what? Go ahead, write down. Can you give me either 2 or 4 more things that could come out of it? We have shitting.
Yeah, shitting, hallucinations, like crazy energy. Like you have to like run around. You feel like you're just super energetic.
Caffeine.
Yeah, sure. And then how about
Like-
makes you feel like you're floating or something?
Okay,
Like you're
so
weightless.
if that's what you got, I roll me a d4. I got them numbered 1 through 4.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Caffeine. So
All
it's gonna super stoke them up. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Be survival, wouldn't it? When brewing,
Or
is
brewing.
it brewing? Just
Would it
brewing?
add survival?
I mean, that's where
No.
it bases my concoctions. Like when I'm finding herbs, we always ask for survival.
Yeah, that would be finding herbs, but the brewing process would be intelligence based.
Oh, okay, my intelligence is piss
Yeah.
poor. Brewing. I don't know what my proficient. I am obviously proficient in brewing because I took it. But what,
Proficiency bonus is +3, and then your intelligence would probably be a +1, so
Yep.
+4 to the roll.
yeah, so it's only 11.
Yep. So what was your roll?
11 total.
What'd you?
I rolled a 7.
Okay. You have 3 days, so you want to take 20 on that roll
Yeah,
to make it perfect.
yeah.
Okay, so what taking 20 does, so you have a 24 on that roll now, and you make some pretty potent stuff. You get like liquid no dose.
Okay, how many do I have,
Um,
or how much?
you
how
have
much
a
do I have?
vial.
A vial.
You have a vial. We'll
One.
say it's got 10 doses.
10 doses.
Yeah, because this was more of a brewing of potent stuff. You're not brewing this big, thick pot. You got a little vial of 10 doses. You just need a couple drops in someone's drink to basically juice them up.
All right, sounds good.
So that could even be a useful tool in a long trip when if you have to stay up all night or something.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
So you are. We'll go back. So let me message them, sir. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
No, that's good.
Okay. Okay, there we are. And hello.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Hey, is this something that I should skip forward when I re-listen next week?
I don't know. I'll let you know by the end of the episode.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
back, Tank.
up next, so you guys are going on this travel. Anybody doing anything?
I ain't doing shit.
No,
No, I mean, pretty much all I'm doing is
you know
just
what?
writing in my notebook. Really, that's it.
I got something, but I don't know that I can do it without Tank because Tank's on a different dragon. I was going to start a blueprint for adamantine studying Jarek's armor.
I could float over to your dragon.
I mean, I like can we talk through these bubbles?
Yeah,
Like-
you can talk through these things. You guys can assist each other. That's fine.
All right.
I will allow that.
Hey yo!
So,
Hey, yo,
we'll
bitch.
say there's a little frickin' phone system in each thing connecting each one.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I
Go
got
ahead.
well, that's not good. He can't get me there.
Oh, God.
I got a
What'd you-
15 total.
15 total? Yes, he can roll that stuff,
All right.
Jared. Come on.
I'm gonna
You
roll.
20 last two times. Come on.
Yeah, me. 19.
Ooh.
Plus
Plus-
9.
Oh, what do I gotta add?
Your proficiency plus your intelligence
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
should be plus
Intelligence is 4.
plus 8.
Plus, yeah, 4.
No, your intelligence
plus-
is 20 now, I think, isn't it? Because you got an
It's
item.
20
What?
now. So it should be plus 5. I gave you a
Yeah, I forgot
circlet
to,
of plus 2 intelligence.
I forgot to give you a new
Motherfucker.
character sheet.
Oh,
Tank.
the journal thing.
So-
The journal thing. Gotcha.
No, this is
No,
separate
what?
from the journal.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is
You
that?
got 2 items.
You.
Oh,
It
eat
was in your
shit.
chest.
Oh,
You got to
okay.
start re-listening to these episodes, man.
I don't got time. You.
Yeah.
Stop listening to those other podcasts, Josh, and re-listen to this.
No, no, hard no.
Okay.
Uh,
Hard
I'm
no.
just fucking with
okay,
you.
so
bud.
circle of intelligence. I got it written down. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
plus
So
5.
that should be
Yeah. So
No,
whatever
plus
you
five.
roll,
plus 5 plus your proficiency, which
Plus
is
three.
so plus 8. Whatever you roll, plus 8.
Okay, yeah. There you go. 19 plus 8.
27.
19 plus 8, so that's
27.
27. So that's
Plus
plus
8.
8 to yours. So that does not get you there, but it does get you
Yep.
somewhat close.
It was close. Yeah. Well, that's on me.
You
Tank.
do get a successful
Oh.
blueprint. So you have a blueprint for adamantine armor. You could make it the studded leather.
Mhm.
You could make the stuff and add pluses there, or you
Kinky.
could try to make it again later.
Right. We'll try again.
Okay.
You want
So
studded
up
chaps.
next,
Yes. The other one's chaps.
so Mirko, as the trip's going along a little bit, your dragon starts hanging back. Usually in the pack. After you like get done with your stuff with your party members and different stuff you wanted to do with them, he's kind of hanging back, and he said, we're hanging back and we're going to keep an eye out for any stragglers that we may see or anything they may miss as a group. And if they need us, we'll catch up. But we're just going to kind of hang back and keep an eye on our tail in case anything's chasing us from behind, because those creatures were at that keep and they could continue to chase us. So we got to keep on guard in the rear.
I don't want to blow it, but I do want to put my rape whistle in my mouth.
Okay.
Like, just in case this dragon starts to get the
The
wrong
whole
idea.
sentence is problematic.
It's on the lips. It's on the, you got it on the lips.
Yeah, that was in my
When you take a deep breath, there's a little bit of a shudder in
Yeah,
the
like
chamber. Yeah.
Yep.
And every once in a while, the rushing wind that when you turn down the
You're a
atmosphere,
little-
it just blows a little bit of a whistle in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are getting closer and closer, Mirko, you know when you're getting close, you know you can start seeing familiar territory. You're getting close to home. You see the cliff in the rising, and you know you guys are closing in on home. And you see the group in front of you start to pick up speed. And you and your dragons start to pick up speed behind them. And you guys all see off in the distance smoke billowing and creatures that look like there are some left in the town. And those of you in front see a large group chasing down the road off in the distance. The refugees have a good distance between them, but these creatures are chasing towards them. And Mirko, you, as of this time, they have sort of passed the town and are chasing these refugees. And you see down in the town, you see these creatures all over the town, but you see a couple of them off in one of the corners near where you grew up, and they have Thar's father pinned in combat. And he is standing there toe-to-toe with his double-handed orcish battle axe, double-headed orcish battle axe, and he is waylaying through these creatures fighting
like
on
a
his own.
G.
Okay, I'm going. I'm telling my dragon to go,
okay.
And I'll tell them where I'm going, and I'll tell them they could come if they want.
They are.
I know we have a mission.
They are heading towards. Well, the refugees are being chased by this pack of monsters.
I meant our party.
So, yes,
I'm telling them where I'm
saying.
going. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're heading. They're going to have to head towards this pack of monsters. If they don't, everyone else in the town's going to die.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to
So
him.
here's how we are doing this skills challenge.
Oh, another skill.
I'm going to do. Yeah, we're getting into another skills challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick one with Mirko. You have to get 2 successes or 2 successes for 1 failure. So
Gotcha.
you have to get a 2 to 1. And then the
okay.
rest of you are, once we finish his, you guys are going to be 4 to 2. So the 3 of you will have to succeed 4 out of 2.
2-to-1 ratio. Got it.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
cool.
have a DC for this round. So you
all
are
right.
up. Mirko, you see him down on this alleyway. What are you going to do?
Well, I'd like to use animal handling to get this dragon to either land near or hopefully on top of these things that are fighting us. Or if you would prefer to breath weapon them, because fuck those things.
Adam?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I said I would like to use my animal handling to either land my dragon on these things and stomp them, or if I can get him to use his breath weapon on the ones that are going after Thar's father.
Okay. So roll me an animal handling check, and I will tell you what happens.
Oh shit! Yeah, nat 20, baby.
Okay, so
+7.
you swoop in and you slam him down, and he lands on like the first 8 of these guys, and he's just stomping. As he's doing that, he's screaming fire down the lane, and it just so happens all the guys that were left in here that were going after him were those blue guys with the 6 arms that are really take a lot of damage from fire, and they just get burnt up to a crisp, and you see bones fall. But you do see a group of the birds coming in. There's about 10 of them coming in from the northeast now that they saw you ride in on Dragonback.
I see them too, and I go, caw, caw, to warn them.
What do you do next? Adam?
I think he's thinking, which we may be here a while.
Okay.
He's also muted.
Oh, he's also
He is muted.
Okay,
so I'm wondering-
hey, here I am.
Way to go.
Did you hear what I said?
Here I am.
Somehow my shit got muted. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So I see a group of them flying towards
Yes,
us.
they're flying towards you. They saw you come in on a gold dragon. You took out everybody in this alleyway or in your streetway as he was heading, as you saw him near your guys'
streets.
homes where you grew up. And these guys are coming in at attacking towards you. So what are you going to do?
Do I notice if they have the red eyes? I'm sure they do.
You could use a
yes.
perception check.
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
Well,
They just got
that was
back
gonna.
They
I
just
had something, but
I
yeah.
just got back from seeing
Oh.
Dr. Green Thumb.
Well, they can't be intimidated. I was
Green
going to
Stone.
intimidate them using the dragon. So,
Yeah.
no. Okay.
Well, that just took away one of the things I wanted to do. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, they're all gonna be mind controlled. Shit.
Yeah, pretty much from this point, they are.
How far away is my blacksmith? Because me and Thar were neighbors, right?
You're right outside your front door, so your smithery would be probably a couple 100 feet down the way,
Yeah, it should be.
down the alley.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do, and maybe you can help me get there. And maybe this isn't even something you want to allow me to use, but I was going to use my smithing proficiency to lay down just all kinds of fire around Thar's dad to where I can at least keep these things from to set up some kind of fire barrier to at least protect him.
Okay, so one thing I will tell you that you notice once you land, this might help you because I forgot to tell you this. When you DC Thar's dad, he is very, very bad off.
Okay,
And he's standing there, and now you see him, and now that you kind of took away the threat, you see him kind of standing there, holding himself up on his battle axe.
Okay,
on his-
well, in
on his
that
double-headed
case,
battle axe.
I will try to heal him. And last time we did this, you gave me my
You will-
wisdom
you
minus
will
my
not.
without my proficiency, right?
You won't try to heal him. You'll go over there and try to stabilize him with your medicine proficiency
Okay.
because he's
Yeah,
pretty bad off.
that's
Use a spell,
great
would that
too.
automatically stabilize him?
Yeah, but that would take away my proficiency.
Yeah, you could just
Because
use a spell and then use your athletics to carry him onto the dragon.
Yeah, I mean that
And
is
take
also
off out of there.
good.
Yeah, I just said
Okay,
that.
cool. See, here's the
'Cause
thing
you
where
can
I was
use
getting
spells
confused.
freely. You don't necessarily need to roll to use a spell. Think
That's
of
cool.
spells as
Okay,
just a skill you
Free
have
actions.
that you use freely within
Sure.
this story. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Well,
of course,
then,
you're going
in
to
that
heal him.
case-
You
see,
heal him, you pick him up, and you you help him up onto the dragon so you guys can escape before these things get to you. And if you get a good roll, you do it
Right.
fastly. If you don't, something bad may
Gotcha.
happen.
Okay, see, yeah, I think that's what you were trying to drive at earlier. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I will do
Yeah.
that. I'll even mark
Okay.
off a spell slot.
So go
yeah.
ahead and roll your athletics.
12 plus 8 for a 20.
12 plus 8 for 20. So you get him up and you get him up on the dragon. You hop up there, just kind of smooth as hell. and take off, and you guys get out of the way, and this dragon way outruns these things. And you see him as he's coming up, get a big jet of fire as he turns around to get away from him. And he takes, they were blue guys as well, so he was actually able to burn them all up, and they fall to the ground.
What's the rest of the town like? Cool?
No, the town is evacuated.
Okay, so that's who's being
the only
chased.
person you saw left in town was Star's dad.
Okay, cool. And
Everyone
good job,
else
Tank.
is being chased.
Cool. Cool. All right, good. Then
Sorry
yeah,
if I did
was
not
gonna
do
say,
a good job painting that.
No. It's okay. It was partially me. But no, cool. Yeah, because I was gonna say, what the fuck is my motivation to get out of here? If cool.
Is Thar's dad named Dar?
I can't remember what his
I don't know
name
if he has.
was.
He's trying to make a
Can't.
freaking Glass Cannon podcast joke.
Yeah,
Come
kinda.
on,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Well,
I'm
technically,
trying to remember that one.
John did that with
Yeah,
the dragons we wrote. No, John, he's talking about how like there was Jason and Bren the friend.
Oh yeah.
And Lork. Yeah.
Dar's
Yeah.
But
father's name is Dar.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right, well, success. On
Okay,
to everyone else.
you are heading back, and this is what happened while you were gone. We go to our other friends.
Meanwhile,
You guys see off in the distance. You see
Back in
a
HQ.
large group of wagons fleeing Steel Cliff, and this horde of all those 4 different types of creatures chasing after them. It looks like they have a good 500-foot lead on them so far. So they haven't really caught them, but they're gaining and gaining fast. And you guys are a couple 100 feet out from them. So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
That doesn't work. 18 plus 4 for a 24.
24.
13.
Correction, 18 plus 4 for a 22. Can't do math. Sorry. Wow, brain fart.
It's all good.
I didn't catch
I
it.
barely
So
get it.
13. Up next is Brolo. What'd you get?
11.
11. So 13, 11. Okay. And
Jared.
Jarrett, you're up.
Okay, so they're pretty much just a giant force of these little assholes is chasing after the people.
Yes.
Okay.
You can close up to the people, get in between them. You can do freely. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you whether or not it's possible.
Well, I'm seeing with what I can do with the spell I'm thinking about using. Okay. I don't think it's strong enough to do that. Well, I could ask you. I'm thinking about doing Phantasmal Force, and I'm guessing they're going on a path, and is it wooded on the sides, or is it open, or what?
It's the same path you travel down. At this point, there's a big cliff off the left side. I'd say probably 100 feet off, but there's woods in between the road and the cliff, and there's woods on the other side as well.
Okay. Let's see if this works. So you're pretty much saying the path splits at some point, right?
No, the path goes straight. I'm saying on either side of the road, there's a cliff with 100 feet of woods between the road and the cliff, and then there's woods on the other side.
Okay, so I'm going to make it seem like behind the villagers as they're escaping, that like a giant wall of like thorn and brambles just grows from each side of the path over the path. Like, so there's like a wall of like thorns and brambles and shit in the way. See if I can get them like to like hesitate for a second or try and go through it or whatever.
Okay.
So
At least slow them down or something.
So
you know?
yeah, it'd be like a deception.
You want to do this on either side of the path?
Yeah, so it like sort of meets in the middle.
Okay, I'll allow you to try to deceive through their mind control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That's one of my best skills. Actually, I think
So-
that is my best skill. Of course. 4 plus 11 for 15.
That's not gonna get you there, buddy.
God damn it! It's plus 11, so I'm like, I had to figure out a way on how to use it.
Okay, Jarek starts you guys off on the wrong foot.
And I use my best skill, and I can't use
It's all
it.
good. You're being creative.
Up
It's fine.
next. No, that was great playing. You just had a bad roll. You can't get mad about that. That shit
I
just
know.
fucking happened.
I'm like, of
Up
course
next
I rolled a 4 with my plus 11 skill.
is Shazam. Is that enough
Yeah.
respect?
Respect on my name. Okay, so
Fuck off. Love you.
let's see. How many feet are we away from them?
Don't worry about that. You can get
Okay.
to them. You can get
Okay.
on the other side of them. You don't have to worry about distance.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're in a
Dragons go
movie.
fast, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're in a movie right now. What would you
wanna-
do?
Yeah,
The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. Menage. I want to swoop down with my dragon, get as close as I can to these bad guys, and shoot. Reduce on them. Make them small, and make them, and like. I figured it just affect them, like
How many
fast
people
they
can you get with
run.
that tank?
Okay.
How many
So-
people can you get with that?
Oh yeah.
I got that. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
So
smart.
spells
fuck.
work different in this world
Okay.
at
Okay.
this point. So
John likes the idea, so he's
in-
letting you hit a lot of people with it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure if
yeah.
the spell can hit as that many, but if
Totally.
John likes it, so
what
it
I
works.
want you to do is use your arcana knowledge
Okay.
to see how you need to form the spell
Oh,
to
you
affect
modifies it on
the
the fly.
most amount of people you can because
Ah,
you're
okay.
using it on a large scale.
You change
you're gonna- you're gonna- Yeah, you're gonna change like the inflection maybe on the end just
Okay.
to expand the spell to
Yeah,
a large area.
Make it like
It's not gonna
spread like a
reduce them
wave
as
almost
much.
on 'em.
It's not going to reduce them as much, but you're hoping it'll slow down their overall speed, and you're actually going to aim it on the people in the front. So hopefully they make shrink down and trip some of the people behind them.
Yeah. The bad guys, though, right?
The monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the monsters.
So go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you what
All right.
happens.
D20 plus Arcana, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Ha! 18 plus
Nice.
9.
Now-
good.
Now that works out perfect. I'm going to tell you what happens. Josh, I want to say that was
Okay.
a perfect way to do it. Tell me what you want to do, and then I can tell you what to roll and how you can make that work.
So tell
If you
what
tell
I
me what you want to do, I can make that work. And I'm not worried about
what just
spell
happened?
parameters in this world,
Okay.
in skills challenges as much.
Okay,
That's
so
we're gonna have fun. So what
Yeah.
happens here is
So,
you. Do you want to explain it?
no, it don't matter. If you want to do it. I mean, I
No, you can do it. It's up to you.
Okay. Well, I just, I'm flying up on this dragon. We're seeing these people, and Jarek took his chance, and then, I'm getting a little desperate because I'm like, they're getting closer to these people. So I swoop down as fast as I can, deep dive with the dragon, get as close as I can to these guys. Like you said, do a little different incantation, kind of like close my eyes for a second while we're swooping down, kind of focus, and then just shoot this wave of reduce, like both hands kind of swoop over all of them, and just kind of hit them all with like a ray of like reduce,
And
like a line of it at them.
as it comes out, you get the whole road, and you reduce the first probably like 3 rows of guys, and they trip the next 2,
Yeah,
and you take out a good chunk
and
of
also
their
you think about it, maybe
guys and slow them down a good clip.
yeah. I figured they would squash some of those small ones too once they run them
Yeah.
over.
It does. Once they get ran over by especially some of the bigger ones you're seeing
it's
in these
time.
larger hordes, you're seeing bigger ones than you've seen before. You're seeing some of these armed guys like Mirko. You saw some of them in the alley, and they're huge. They're getting bigger,
Yes.
and it's a little scary. But you're not as worried right now because you're on a dragon's back. So you're like, "Fuck these guys! They're all gonna
right.
die."
Damn right. So I shrink them up like
And,
you said, and they trip. Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
Up next is Brolo.
All right. So, can I use one of the things that I just made and not expend all of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
how
so here's what I want to do is I want to take, we'll say the minimum required number of charges, and lob it over the good guys, and have my dragon shoot it, and kind of like mystify what it is, and like rain down upon the good guys and give them the benefits. So
For that to work, if you're wanting to get all the good guys, it's going to take the whole vial.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that. But you
can always make another one.
Okay. I
mean, you can always craft another one. You've already crafted one. If you know that that's what you want to make again, you can do that when you get to the next town. But that would be a great idea, and it would be an athletics roll. Roll to throw it.
What if I did 5 of them, and that would encourage the 5 that are an effect to help the other, or half of them to affect and help the other half.
This is like a long string of people. I mean, it's going to have an impact, but if you're doing that because it's in a container, you're not going to be able to lob it and get its effect. Basically, how this is going to work is you're going to throw it out. The dragon's going to hit it with enough fire that it bursts, and it mystifies over them.
Yeah, that's
you're going to have to use the whole. It's all in one vial, and you use a dropper. So you're going to have to use the whole vial.
Can I just throw the dropper?
No.
All right, I get you.
You're going to have to use the whole vial in that one. Yeah. But I like the idea. And it'd be an athletics roll because you're throwing it out there.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do, Brolo. Just go with it.
Come on, man.
It's a great idea. I love it.
All right,
but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll just make some more. You just got to give me a really good, satisfying ending to the past if it goes. All right.
Well, if it's got to hit the DC, and then we'll do that.
All right. You just got to promise me if I roll this, you're gonna make it worth it.
I'm gonna do my best.
All right, here we go. Rolling athletics. We rolled a 9 plus a 7 for a 16.
Oh, that does not get there.
Oh, do I waste all my charges then too?
Well, yeah, it wastes the item.
Fuck. So we just failed.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
People are gonna die.
You guys did.
So how does it fail? Does it energize the bad guys?
because of the success of
Shazin?
Tank's attack and the creativity of it and how well it worked, Mirko was able to catch up. And Mirko had 2 successes.
Mirko's got the fastest dragon ever.
He's got no failures.
I got a failure to spare, baby.
You guys still need those 3 successes. So you need 3 successes to 1 more failure.
Oh shit.
So this gives you guys a second leaf on life because Tank, you did impede them quite a bit. So up next is going to be Mirko at the end of this round.
Can you like reset the scene for me?
You come up and
nice and simple. All the little monsters are chasing the townspeople, and they're gaining on them. And it looks like they're going to eat them.
Yeah, I got that. Is there anything else?
They're probably about 200 feet out. That you see a large pile of them laying on the ground that Shazin took out, and Jarek and Brolo. You see Brolo kind of disappointed, and Jarek kind of disappointed in the saddles of their dragons, as these guys are starting to scream past them. But you show up just in time to hopefully impede them enough for your buddies to get another shot at it.
Okay, so here's what I would like to do, John. Was there any chance in hell that I saw how well Shazin's thing worked out? Because I have an idea.
You saw Shazin.
It's got an eagle eye.
You were able to get in there pretty quick. You saw Shazin kind of casting something at the front of them, and you saw it slow them down.
Okay.
As you come up and you see what it was, you can see that some of them do you look shrunk as you're passing that area.
Like
Okay. Yes, like your wiener. So now here's another thing. I'm gonna try and pull a little more out of you. What I want to do is I want to roll perception in order to see if there's anything he could enlarge to get in their way, like on the path that, like, you know, they could get by, like the villagers could get by, but also I could tell him, hey, shoot that with and make it bigger.
Oh,
maybe even a small pothole or something.
You see actually 2 large trees right between the villagers and the monsters that if you enlarge, they would possibly fall and impede the road in between them.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do then.
Big boy.
So you are gonna well, you would have to roll to see that because
that's what I yeah. Okay, boys.
If you fail, you don't see anything.
Yeah, sure. Well, also the skills challenge is over, right? Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
Here's fingers crossed, boys. Oh no, it's an 8 plus a 7.
Killing me.
That's
Use a bottle
failure.
cap. What an inspiration.
I don't have any of that.
So what happens is you guys are not able to impede them. They close in on the refugees, but you guys swoop down with your army of dragons and you take out as many refugees while fighting these things off as you can. You save as many people as you can. Well, no, you don't take out the refugees.
Save, I think.
Okay.
You save as many people as you can, and you take out as many enemies as you can while you're defending these refugees, getting them onto the platforms. And is there anything anyone wants to do during this? Is there anything in particular anyone wants to do?
I mean, mostly make sure get some of the people up on any extra dragons around us.
I want to fight.
That too. Yeah.
I want to stay in the way.
Fighting. I'm basically, Mirko, are you looking for any of your family members in particular to make sure they're safe? Was it just mom and dad in this town, or were your brothers and sisters here too?
No, the brothers and sisters had done their own thing. It would have been just mom and dad.
So they had moved off, so it's just mom and dad.
Yes.
Okay. Did you look for mom and dad?
I would assume so, yes.
Hello, mother. Hello,
father. Okay. So roll me a
parent check.
D4. Do you want actually roll me a D20. Do you want even to be good or odd to be good?
Even.
Okay.
Which ones do I have more likely chance
you
to
sound
hit,
so
John?
confident in that.
It's about even, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go with even.
Okay, roll me a D20.
Eyes closed.
What'd you get?
Oh no, it's an 11.
It's an 11. Okay.
They're dead.
You
Roll
don't,
those dice away.
You've been using different ones all the time.
God.
You don't see your mom.
Okay.
You see your dad.
Okay.
He does not look good. He's a little beat up, and you see just a worrisome look on his face, and he catches your eye, and he sees you, and he's, Mirko?
Yeah.
And it kind of invigorates him, and you see him pick up his sword, and he like waffles down 2 of these things and starts fighting them off the side of his dragon, and you see it kind of invigorates him. And you guys make it out of there. You lose about half of the town. About half of the town got taken in the overall battle, as well as the refugees. You probably lost a good third to a little over a third of the refugees, close to half.
Good job, Thanos.
It was just, it was a tough go. Those things were fast, and it was hard to fight them off. They were lucky you were there to begin with.
True.
And Mirko, you were able to. Would you have snatched your dad onto your dragon, or would you have let him go off with the rest of the refugees?
If possible, yeah. And
okay.
Yeah. So
and
if
did he have a name?
I don't think we named him.
Okay, his name is Marco. by the way.
Nice. That's perfect.
What happened?
That's fucking perfect.
Wait, what?
You're welcome.
Mother's name is Polo? Sorry.
Oh, God.
She would be Anko, Tank. Pick up on the joke.
I was going to go with Annabelle, but yeah.
Yeah. No, perfect, John. Yes, Marco is perfect.
Okay. And you pull him onto the dragon. He's like, Mirko, what's up?
Where's
Where
Mom?
you been?
No. Where's Mom?
No. Mom. Oh, Mom. Oh.
Yeah, why is he so fucking happy?
Why is your dad a surfer guy?
I mean, he doesn't.
Why is he so happy?
Well, he doesn't really know what's going on.
Is he cheating on her?
No.
All you hear him say is,
definitely
"Don't
not.
tell your mother."
No. So he's mother. Oh, mother. Yeah. Oh, no. She didn't make it. I
Martha.
don't think. I haven't seen her in a while. I was running and seeing after the children. I was trying to get them up here. I don't really know what happened. I'm kind of lost. It's been such a crazy. You came in on dragons. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, man.
What are these things that are attacking everybody?
I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm trying to save the world.
Right,
No big
yeah.
deal.
Well,
It's okay, Pops. We'll catch you up.
First of all, Father, I have many leather-bound books. But yeah, that's went to school. Shit got bad. That's the long and the short of it. I'll tell you more later. But right now, we gotta get the hell up out of here. And so you just lost Mom.
Mama.
Yes, I don't think she made it. It was everyone got separated. I don't even know if she made it out of the city. To be honest, I saw you and I was just so happy. I know my reaction was a little out there, but it's been so crazy.
I get it, man. But I flew over. I saw Thor's daddy, and I got him out, but I didn't see nobody else up in there.
I don't.
Well,
there's nothing you could have done. Those things came in and they destroyed everything.
Yeah, I know
they took over the city. We lost numerous people just in the loading up of the wagons to run. I don't know what those abominations are, but they need to be stopped.
Fuck you! You fucking think I'm sorry that was crass, but yeah. Well, I guess
you looks like you've been fighting them for a while. I think you know more about them than I do.
Yeah,
I understand.
There's some nasty asses up in there, but
Can
well,
Brolo hear this conversation?
Did you make that armor, by the way?
I did, but that's not important right now.
Is your dad on shrooms?
Right.
It's got the attention span of a 5-year-old.
I made lots of things. It's not important.
Well, you guys are headed. You guys are on. You guys are gone. You guys are traveling now.
Yeah.
Well, while they were talking, could Brolo hear the conversation?
Yeah, you were on the
we're
dragon
all
next to him.
linked.
Oh, okay. So not all together though.
Probably close enough. Call it yes.
Yeah, you can be close enough. Yeah.
I would love input from
point,
Brolo.
Yeah, you guys are just after a battle. You guys are all back together.
Okay. Well, Brolo's going to hear this conversation about him losing his mom, and he's obviously pretty torn up about it, being a lover and a fighter.
More of a lover, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I definitely want to come up and console him.
Okay.
Probably pretty torn up, and at the same time, the vial that I have in my hand is just going to fall onto the ground and, sob uncontrollably as a giant man.
Brolo is feeling sympathy, like secondary sadness, secondhand sadness.
So what about the vial?
Well, I had it in my hand. It's just kind of an effect of the failure.
You threw it a long time ago.
Oh, I don't have it at all. Scrap the whole plan. Fuck it. I'm going to laugh at him.
Wow.
What the
Wow, man, this is not the Brolo I've come to know and love.
That's
No,
a 180.
I'll still come up and be the.
I'm lost. I don't know what I think I know what you were trying to do, but yeah, you threw that a while ago, bud.
Yeah, so just scrap that second half of the plan and just be the Brolo that I am and make sure I'm coming up and comforting him. Maybe try to give him a hug more than he wants.
Brolo, stay in the saddle, man. There'll be time for hugs later. Don't fall off your goddamn dragon.
This was just after the battle. We weren't on Dragonback.
Miracle, are you gonna introduce your? Well, no, they were attacking. You guys were escaping on Dragonback.
We're up in the air.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Right, so
You didn't stop them. They attacked you, and you weren't able to stop their progress, so they took out most of the refugees.
okay, so
You
so
would have
how about
saved
I just try to
everybody.
get my dragon as close as dragonly possible to his,
Yes, we already said that.
and then try to force a hug upon him, and we'll just leave it
You
at
can
got
do
long
that. We'll
arms.
say you guys' dragons are turning side to side, and you guys
yeah.
hug through the
There you go.
atmospheric
Yeah,
barriers.
it's fucking.
It's
There we
gonna be
go.
like the Top Gun where I turn upside down and fly
Yeah.
on top of him.
Perfect.
Or like Spider-Man. or the first Spider-Man. Spider-Man just upside down to give
There you
Mary
go.
Jane a kiss.
With outstretched arms.
Yes. Oh
I
God.
love it. Wow,
You stop
that was
it.
labor.
No. No.
Stop and halt.
No.
And halt.
Way to bring
All right.
that to a screeching fucking halt, Tank.
I was bringing some emotion to.
Oh
Oh
god.
God, all the wrong ones too.
Right?
Welcome to. Sorry.
The song does not fit the situation, sir.
Sorry.
I did not hear it, so
Arms
it's
wide
okay.
open.
Can I just tell you that I just wish
Oh.
this dragon would take me higher?
Oh fuck you, man.
Oh, go away.
Oh God! I gotta mute. Holy fuck!
We've been talking to Boz too much. It's all his fault. I'm blaming him.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
me. Okay. Thanks
All right.
for the hug, Brolo. We got a Brolo hugs. Okay, more Bud Ice.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Oh,
Thank
my
you,
nose
fuck.
is running.
So, John, how's your story going?
I don't know how you guys think it's going.
Pretty good, I guess. You're just killing all my loved ones. It's great.
You can't tell we're laughing.
It's only one of them.
You killed
Well,
Thar
too.
and my mom,
My
so
side hurts.
and almost his dad. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, almost.
Fuck my
I
face.
wasn't gonna kill your dad. I have stuff planned for that.
Be right
Oh,
back.
good.
Well, I turned to Miracle's dad and I said, "It's a pleasure to meet such a great man that raised a good soldier."
But thank you. I'm not used to people talking to me like that, but okay, buddy.
What?
Buddy.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Then I turned to Miracle.
This shit's
"Is your
getting
father
weirder."
true?"
I'm trying to figure out this character. Shut up.
You already know this character.
I know. It makes it harder to play.
I don't
I
think
know.
it does.
I
Can
I
I
can't
do
do
a
voices.
let me do
I
it,
don't know his
Grandpa.
voice well enough.
Can
to
I
do
do
it.
a medicine check to see if he has in fact ingested any kind of drugs?
You can. He has not.
John, I'm taking triple advantage to give you an out here until you figure out how to play this fucking character.
No, I
Oh
got
my
it.
God.
He's shaking up. He's got post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, okay, so he's like in shock.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's in
Still
shock.
know how to react.
All right, cool.
He doesn't know how to
Motherfuck
react.
me. Okay, great.
Not good with
Sorry,
compliments.
I don't.
Got
I'm
it.
really fucking this up.
fine.
No, you're fine, but it's funny as fuck. We're having a great time with this right now.
Yeah, this is great.
You're
Ugh,
welcome.
Jesus Christ. So
Oh,
I
shit.
think Creed's third album was their best album.
We're still on this?
I don't know where
That's-
that's even coming
that's-
from.
Oh
That's what you get for leaving Fiedler.
I want to go get more tea. Oh
my
god.
What are you, British?
I put whiskey in it. So it's more
Yeah.
Irish?
Okay,
Sure.
Irish.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure like you're like German.
Let's fucking
You
go.
look German.
Yeah.
No.
I just heard the news today.
So you guys head
Stop it, you
to
fuck face.
quit saying song lyrics.
I put a moratorium on Creed jokes.
So you guys
I'm
head
done.
towards the meetup point with Torzoon and the other dragons in the refugee camp. They're starting before they head into battle. They're organizing as you guys get there. It's about a day's away from where you were, and they're organizing ground troops and any able-bodied males. And Torzoon tells you guys that your plan for you in the battle is he wants you guys to head straight in, fly over the combat, land, coordinate with Nell, and help coordinate the combat through the dragons with him on the other side.
I want to fight.
Well, you guys are going to fight on the front lines. Nell is stationed outside the front gates with a cordon of men and fighting these things off.
All right, let's get there.
With magical barriers and magic protecting him. So you guys are he wants you guys to fly in, work with Nell. You don't all have to stop and talk to Nell. You guys can be fighting alongside him on the front lines, basically. And if any information needs to be coordinated, you have the dragons there to do so.
I like to talk to Nell.
Well, you're gonna have to get close to him.
Okay. Well,
so you guys are like the day before the battle plan. They know these creatures are attacking and have Junelle under siege. Junelle's holding off, and Junelle is waiting for you guys to show up to relay a frontal assault. They've sent out scouts and found this much information out.
Gotcha.
But they have taken heavy casualties, and they are in need of assistance heavily.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's not
a
little bit our fault. Sorry, guys.
For this one, I'm going with a much easier DC, but there is going to be a much higher successes to failures. We're going to go 10 successes, but I'm going to give you guys, you will have 7 failures.
Okay.
God damn it.
Because I was thinking 10 to 5 is just ridiculous.
Not really.
But I want this to be a good sized combat.
We had like 3 really bad rolls.
10 is just a lot.
Me, Adam, and Alec, I think between the 3 of us, our highest roll was an 8. So we just had
I'm still going to give you guys 7 just to give you guys a cushion here.
We're going to be here.
Unless you want the 5, I'll give you 5.
6.
No,
that's my final offer.
Call it 6, yeah. Sure,
6?
Why not?
Okay. We'll go with 6
works.
then.
That's my final offer.
Fuck me. All right.
Nicely and get me drunk first.
Okay, so you guys are flying in
first.
and you get right at the assault, and you're basically at the edge of the assault, flying in from the backside in. What are you guys going to do? Let's roll for initiative.
16 plus 4 for 20.
12.
20.
12 total.
12.
19.
19.
13 plus 2 for 15.
20. 19. 15. 12. Is that correct? And we have Jarek, Brolo, Mirko, Shazin. Am I incorrect there or am I correct there?
That is correct.
Okay. 10.
Well, I think I've rolled well on his initiative tonight.
And we're going to go with
I want to go fast.
this
Fuck up.
DC. Okay. So up next is Jarek.
Paint me a picture. What's all going on?
Okay.
What's around us? Where's the monsters? Who's fighting what?
You see basically a wall of these monsters trying to break into Junelle. You see them fighting on an open front because if you guys have been noticed over the crest, the warriors of Junelle have burst out of the gates and started to push these monsters back. There are from what you can see now is just a cluster of different monsters. You'd have to look in more in depth to them to tell more about what they're doing and their movements. But you see all the monsters you've seen and the same colors. You see a large amount of the four-armed guys and different various armaments, basically for different classes and abilities they may have. And you just see a mosh of probably, I'd say, 6,000
Son of a bitch.
marching on Junelle. But Junelle's the largest city in the world. And Junelle has a large defenses, but these guys have taken a pretty considerable dent into it, as it didn't look. You can see some damage that's been done to the city before some wards were put up, because they weren't really expecting this. This kind of came out of nowhere, and it hit them unsuspected.
And once again, I'm guessing they're all red-eyed.
Yep.
Okay.
I will give you that.
So what is our goal here? Are we trying to stop all 6,000 of these, or is there like a group of them we're trying to stop?
Well, you guys have the numbers with the dragons and the men that are contained in the city of Junelle. You should have the numbers to take them out.
Right, because we have
on their own.
Don't we have like 100 something dragons?
Guild. Yeah, you guys have 160 dragons.
Yeah.
God dang.
The thing is, like, I'm trying to figure out like what the hell we're gonna do on a large scale to try and stop these guys.
Persuade the dragons to enact in a certain way.
The dragons are gonna go in and do their thing. You guys are just gonna be your effect in combat. Now, your effect could affect something they're doing, but they're going to be attacking outside of you. That battle is going on.
Okay, let's
around
say,
you.
As I'm looking around at the whole entire fight, do I see anywhere where maybe it looks like that the monsters are about to get a jump on the unit of the defenders? Like there's some that may be flanking them or look like they're about to flank them or anything like that?
Yeah, you saw a group of guys burst out of the city, and they kind of took over this section.
Yeah.
And they pushed a bunch of these guys back, but when they did, they left their flanks open, and you see a group of creatures getting ready to attack them. You can roll perception to see that, because I shouldn't have said that. Damn it! I gotta stop doing that.
Do you want me to
roll perception
for that? Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
That is a 13 plus 2 for 15.
That does not see it, so you don't see it, and those guys get flanked.
Is there anything else that I do see with that 15 that I might be able to do something with?
No, I'm gonna have a flat DC. I did lower it, but a 15 doesn't get there.
Well, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was trying to see if I could see that scene, because I was going to try and say the defenders. Because if I saw guys flanking in, okay, so what I was thinking to do, since you let Tank sort of modify his reduce and large spell, I wanted to modify my mirror image spell, and instead of having them do everything that I do, let them like sort of be able to control them and have them move off on their own and stuff, and use them as a diversion, or to go and get the defender's attention to let them know, hey, you're about to be flanked, so they don't get flanked and they don't get their souls pieces.
You could cast the mirror image spell on your troops in a widespread manner as Tank did.
Sure, let's do that. Treat that as a deception.
I'll let you roll deception for that, because you're trying to deceive them.
There you go.
I will allow that. Lead with the spell you want to roll.
Okay.
Lead with the spell. Yeah, don't worry about what you see. I'll tell you something you can do with it.
I was going to say, if this fails, fuck you, because it's 19 plus 11 for a 30.
He lowered it, man. I think you're good.
A 30? That fails. Fuck you. No, that's successful.
Okay, James Mullins.
Should that be two successes, I think, for a 30?
Right? Double success.
So I will tell you, with a 30, you get
Super
the
successful.
entire, you get all of the troops of Junelle are mirror image. So you give them a huge advantage.
Yeah.
And
wow. Because you were also able to get yourself and your party and their dragons.
Wow. That's like a lot of people.
You-
That, like
You
the map
feel,
suddenly
you
got very
feel drained
crowded.
though.
You got
Like
inspiration, bro.
you
You
feel
can fight the
drained,
dragon.
and you're just kind of riding the dragon as he's blowing shit up. You're until your next turn, you're just kind of out of it. You're like, no more spells for me today.
Wow.
You, got
You
your
know
name
what I
on the
mean?
Goodyear
That-
blimp, you know.
But
Because it
you
creates
just
like
drew on
Wow.
some power that you didn't know you had in you.
Hell yeah, Jack.
Jack loved that idea. He's like, "Fuck yeah,
Yes.
here, go crazy."
He's like,
Pick
I want to
those
see stuff
fuckers.
explode.
All of
die.
them. Yeah. And they're just swinging and punching themselves. You see chaos on the battlefield
They're like,
because
"What
they
the
don't
hell?"
know what to hit at.
Yeah, and the defenders
It's
are like,
miss,
"Okay,
miss. Yeah.
I
It's
got some
awesome.
dead.
okay." This is a real nerd reference because it's like, no, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to stop. Because nope. Yep, done. Stopping. I almost made
Okay.
I almost
Cool.
I almost made an anime reference to Naruto, which I'm guessing
Wouldn't
none
have
of you ever
landed.
watched. Yeah,
I
so
thought it was going to be a hentai
What
reference.
did it
So, I
land?
mean, your daughter was just anime.
It was it had tentacles
Tentacle
in it.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I'm like, no one is going to get this, so I'm just
Yeah.
stopping.
I've seen most of Naruto.
Shadow clones, man, shadow clones, and they go poof.
Oh, Shadow Clone Jutsu, yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
do
I'm matching
sexy.
on the food right now.
You can
Sexy,
do
sexy
sexy
shadow clone jutsu.
No more Japanese in my game. Shush.
Well, that's just racist.
Race.
It was a little bit. Sorry, guys. I don't hate the Japanese. They're pretty awesome people.
Yep. Keep digging. Keep digging, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have three
okay.
Japanese friends.
Two of
No.
them been in my house.
I have Japanese tattoos all over my body.
I
Well,
served in the
that's the-
United States
that's
Navy
the
along
truth.
all colors, shapes, sizes, and sexes proudly.
Okay, so let's move
Damn.
on
He
to
only
the
likes
next
dicks.
section of the skill challenge, please.
That'd be swell.
Who's up?
One success,
Anyway,
zero
up
failures.
next is Brolo.
We got 10 of these to get to, motherfuckers. There's probably going to be some failures along the way, so let's keep it moving.
Yeah,
got new
it's
dice.
true.
I actually want to fight something.
Yeah.
You did it. You fought him.
That's not fighting.
Oh, come on.
Shut up. You're not
You'll
helping.
get there.
Hopefully.
Brolo, what are you doing?
Be fair.
And you do have the combat, the option of jumping off and waiting into battle if you want to do that.
Against
do always have that
6,000
option.
guys.
Yeah, why not?
Brolo's
Yeah.
good.
Nope.
It's not a good idea, but you can do it.
I'm Achilles, bro.
So anyway,
Shazam's down on his dragon.
Brolo wants to use his and since Feeler didn't use it, I was
I
actually
didn't hear what you said.
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
I actually, as Feeler was about to use his, you steered him in the direction that I was going to go, is trying to reinforce the weakest point that I could find.
Okay.
But now that
so do you
there
want to roll
is-
perception and find a weak point?
Yeah, but now that the battlefield is like doubled for our allies,
it's triple, bro.
it's going to be kind of hard to
Yeah.
probably
Well,
see
there-
where a weak point would be.
There's always weak points.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
always
But
gonna be weak
let's
points. Because you can roll 4 if you want to go that way. There are other weak points, but
Yeah,
because you're dealing with 6,000, but it's up to you.
okay,
Over
that's fine.
9,000.
No, let's do that.
Okay, so go ahead and
Uh,
roll for looking for a weak point. And I will tell
21
you what
total.
you find.
Nice.
21 total. So you find that you're looking for a weak point in
Yeah, I
their
want to try to
defenses.
reinforce it. Me and my dragon are gonna.
Oh, and
Man up.
and your guys's. So the weak point in your guys's side would be on the side of the refugees and the dragons that are flying in, because they aren't fighting creatures with mirror image on them. So if you waded into that area of battle, you would be kind of like a leader, because you and your dragon do have mirror image, and you could take out some on your way in if that's something you would want to do.
Oh,
To
that
wade
sounds
in on
super.
that side of the battle with your refugee soldiers and inspire them.
Yeah, let's dive in. Balls deep.
Okay. So, do you want me to explain what you do, or do you want to do it? And then I'll tell you what happens.
Well, you'll have to paint a picture for me just a little bit what my weak point is that I found.
So, you found the weak point in your guys' defenses was that half of your army on the backside of this battle is not fighting mirror imaged creatures. So you're going to strengthen that by fighting alongside them. You and your dragon have mirror image, and you're going to strengthen these refugees by fighting alongside them on the front lines on the back end of this battle.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do when me and my dragon land is high five myself.
Okay.
And then we're both gonna like let out a rally cry with both battle axes drawn.
Love it.
What does the rally cry sound like?
Go for
I
it.
believe it was Rampage.
Rampage.
No,
So give me a
just saying.
rampage. Give me a rampage.
Give it to us, man. Don't
just
tease
did.
it.
I did. I just
No,
did.
Come on, do it again.
No, we need. There it is.
There we go.
Rampage.
Captain
Yeah.
Let's
Caveman
do it.
almost.
So
Yeah.
Brolo rampages, goes into a rage, charges into combat, just waylaying
Brolo
us
smash.
along the refugees with the dragon by his side, laying through these guys. You guys are mowing
Dick is
through
hard
them.
as
You
hell.
really inspired everybody. You landed with a dragon and are fighting alongside them. You've been a hero to them. You've saved most of them. Like, and they see you, they get to fight alongside you. They're like, yeah, Brolo! And they're chanting, Brolo,
Oh,
Brolo, as they fight and they kill things right alongside you. Blood is being spilled and you're having a great time. And we have our second success.
He's just yelling, bro, the whole time. Like William Wallace's Freedom, but he's just yelling his own name.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Sounds good.
And you are showered in the blood of these creatures.
Nice.
Because that's what a battlefield really is.
Loves it.
He starts rubbing himself down with it and getting dirty. I'm stopping.
Yeah.
Stop turning yourself
Sorry. Sorry, I'm stopping.
Mike, stay
Rigid.
out of the morgue, buddy.
on.
Please stay out of the morgue.
All right, who's next?
That's that hentai
Up
again.
next is Mirko.
Okay. One thing I wanted to clear up, and might be wrong, but Alec, usually where these skill challenges work, it's you specifically using the same skill over and over, not like the party. So, like, if you wanted to do something that I also do, go for it. Just don't do it twice.
Yes, if that's how you confuse.
I was more justifying my thought and still using perception, like it.
Gotcha.
You know, like it was an original thought is what I was getting at. So
No, that's cool. I just didn't want you to be afraid to use the same skill.
Yeah, like since I've used deception, I can't use it again for this skill challenge.
Yeah, it's more of like a personal quest.
You want to be original.
Try to do original.
I get it. I admire it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's do this. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I typically like to be as cookie cutter as possible.
Fuck yeah. That's why, John, I'm going to do another animal handling check and try and run some breath weapons on some fools.
I like it. He's just good. So you're trying to get to Nell, right? That was your goal?
Well, maybe before we saw this shitstorm going on.
No,
I kind of didn't. I didn't want to talk to Nell really in combat, but okay.
Well, if you're trying to coordinate with him, I got a way to get you to Nell in combat.
It was more of a venting.
Works out perfectly.
It was more of a venting session than anything. But
okay, got you. That will come. We will get to that.
I rolled
13
plus 7 for a 20.
So, because for a 20, that is successful.
Yeah.
So, for what you saw a similar thing that Brolo saw. So you're also helping alongside Brolo with what he's doing, and you're peppering the troops on those front couple rows. You're just rowing up and down, just strafing them with fire, up and down the combat, mainly in this really heavy area where Brolo's at.
Hell yeah!
To help weaken those troops and get you guys through this center mark on the backside of combat and kind of waylay through a bunch of these guys.
Yep, done and done. Tankus,
I love it, Adam.
Fucking do what you're good
steady,
at, right?
steady, true, and that's why you have had very little failure so far. I like it.
One so far.
It only cost you something dear.
Yeah. Great. Fantastic. We'll get to that.
Yep.
All right.
So up next is
Shazam!
Shazam. Yes, sir. Ugh.
Okay.
And
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
What would you like to do, Shazam?
I have two thoughts. One's a little bit, I wouldn't say easier, but okay. So, is Jarek's mirror image still going on?
Yeah, that's going to be going on until they battle through it.
Okay, and they're fighting, they're beating each other up.
They'll probably go.
Yeah.
They'll probably last like another 2 or 3 times through all of us.
Scrambling, all that shit.
At least one more time through all of you.
Okay,
so at the very least,
I had a thought of doing maybe like a fireball or scorching ray on some of them, and I don't know what you think about it, but yeah, fireball.
Fireball's
fine.
Fireball would be great.
But I kind of wanted it to where I set some of them on fire, and then since they're fighting each other, they start setting each other on fire.
Well, they're not fighting each other.
Oh, they're not? I thought they were fighting each other.
No, but maybe find a crowded group of them to where it spreads.
You know what you could look for is a large section of them that are of the blue punchy type, who you know are super weak against fire, and you know you could do a big dent to their numbers with a big, well-placed fire blast.
I'll chuck a big firebolt at them then.
So
and a big
we'll say fireball.
Fireball.
That's gonna,
sorry.
Once again, you channel some power into this thing, and you try to unleash it. So go ahead and roll for.
Should I do performance?
No, you're going to do investigation to find the best area in the battlefield to place your fireball. So to find that clump and group of guys, you're going to investigate to find them. Okay. And then you're going to place that fireball where it'll do the most damage.
Cool.
Hey, doesn't he get a +2 on top of whatever his sheet says from his journal?
Oh, yeah, +2.
So what? +2 on top of whatever whatever your investigation roll would be.
Okay, so it'd be +6. Okay, cool. Score.
I think that's +9.
Is it +9?
I don't know that.
What is your plus? Are you a +6? So a plus.
I don't think he's proficient in investigation.
+4, yeah.
Oh, it's +4. Okay, got you. Okay.
+6 is still pretty good.
+6 is still good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll that.
19.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a success. You find a good cluster of them that are trying to scale a wall and punch through some magical barriers that have been put up, but they are starting to break through, and you see them pulling some brick off of the wall, and you unleash this fireball, and it slams them and catches them all ablaze. It slams, slam jam, and
slam.
It slams them and jams them against the wall. They burst into flame, fall dead as fireballs onto the compatriots that they catch on fire, and it starts to spread among all of these six-armed guys.
Score.
Now, one thing I do want to say as we go into the next round, things that happen in these scenes are not canonical for normal combat.
That's fine.
So don't come saying, "Well, it burst and killed 40 of them last time." Yeah. It's different.
We kind of figured that.
It's like us being able to modify our spells for larger groups. We can't do that like if we're on one-on-one combat, but for this, he's allowing it.
Just as a DM, I have to state it because otherwise, you guys
we get it.
Because we want to slam and do the jam.
You slam and jam these guys, and it rains down
In
fireballs
the butt.
on their enemies after you hit them with the fireball. So you do a decent chunk of damage to these guys, and they're not able to take advantage of that hole in the wall right now. So good job, Tanky. And the battle is raging on everywhere. Your guys' troops are making good ground on this massive
how we're all
army.
rolling.
You guys have done phenomenal so far. You're making super ground on this army, and this army is looking a little injured. So it's going to be interesting to see how it keeps going. You guys are feeling pretty good. Up next is Jarrett.
All right, so my idea. So the spell I want to use is Tasha's Hideous Laughter, modified so it's for a larger group instead of one person, using my performance skill. And how I'm going to pull this off is you said before we hit. Well, even if we didn't, I can at least tell the pathway to communicate with my dragon, and
yeah,
I'm going to tell him to fly upside down. And before he does that, I'm going to have it set because I wear robes. That as soon as he flies upside down, my robes fall down and my tallywhacker and everything is just hanging free in the air.
Tallywhacker.
Where are you gonna center this attack?
I want to like fly upside down along the front line so that the front line guys start laughing and they get in the way of everyone else.
Can you get a +2 for nostalgia?
This is just fucking
So-
great.
Tallywhacker.
If this works, we will have fun.
Yeah, it's pretty much like I'm trying to halt the front line and make them all just start laughing.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
So
Can they be pointing and laughing? Like
Yes,
that's
definitely.
fine. That's fine.
Absolutely.
So how about a 16 plus 8 for a 24?
24. Nice roll.
Oh no.
And so these guys just start the whole full front line that's trying to make its way into the city that's been pushed back quite a bit. And you kind of do a strafe along there because you're on the other edge of the combat. You're more towards the city. That's where you were basing your spells from. So you do your attack around there, and
Attack.
you have,
Yeah, man.
sort of, and you get the whole first few lines of guys just start falling on the ground laughing, and they are getting taken out by your
It's
guys,
like
but
Joker
you hear
bombs.
a roarous cheer and laughter, and just everybody's just laughing and killing. It's fucking weird and chaotic.
Good.
Wait, are
Because
they laughing
they're
at the
laughing at you
Tallywhacker?
flying by with your dick hanging out on a dragon, and then that caused the entire guys they're fighting to start laughing. So they're just fucking a little lost, but inspired, and they're a little sad and confused.
I've been
at
wanting
the
to
same
figure out
time.
I've been wanting to figure out how to use that spell to skill challenge on it. That sounds actually pretty funny. It sounds like it might work.
That worked out awesome.
Perfect.
And that is 5 successes, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
We're
yeah,
halfway
you're
there. We have not failed yet. Not to jinx you guys. I wouldn't want to jinx you like
You
that.
son of a
That you
bitch.
haven't failed yet. You know, I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay, shut your mouth.
Okay, up next is Brolo.
all
Don't
right.
fail, buddy.
Brolo would like to interact with his shadow clone jutsu.
Whoa.
And
What?
what he's going to do is
What?
You're gonna put
What?
you're gonna put a moratorium on Naruto jokes too. What the fuck?
What the fuck are we talking about?
No, just pay attention. Just pay attention.
All
right,
You gotta
so-
speak English for me to understand it.
Every word of that
English.
was Latin in origin and
English.
adapted for the English language. So,
True story.
all right. So anyway,
No.
what Brolo would like to do is grab hands with his clone and
What
perform
clone? Oh,
a duet of a whirlwind. So each one of us having an axe in one hand and spinning around in a circle while
your
holding on to
clones
the other
aren't
one.
physical. Your clones take away attacks against you.
They're not
They
a
aren't-
physical entity.
No, they're just like a mirror image. They look like you. You can't. They don't have an axe or anything like that.
They don't have
They're
feelings?
just an image of you that takes on attack. So when you get attacked, instead of attacking you, the opponent sees the image and attacks it.
But you totally allowed me to high five myself earlier.
Well, yeah, you can high five the image, but you didn't like feel or hear the high five.
All right.
Sorry.
I
I like where you're going there. Now you can.
Is there a troop nearby that I could do this?
A- for effort.
Now, would you like to do that with? Were you going to think a performance check for something like that, or what kind of check?
No, not a performance athletics. So I'm gonna find like the smallest troop guy that I could find and like force my axe upon him, make him hold it, and swing him around as fast as I can.
Cesaro.
Okay. So
little whirlwind attack with the runt, and just go barreling headlong into the mob.
You give him. Well, you actually don't have to get a little guy. You can get a decent sized guy, and because you're a big, strong guy, and you give him both your battle axes to just hang out there.
Yeah, I want to grab him by his feet and just swing him around as fast as I can.
Okay, so roll your athletics.
All right, here we go. Oh God, I rolled a 12 total.
Okay, so
he
you
better not lose
start
him.
to swing in this guy, and you kind of lose your grip of him, and you toss him, and he kind of falls on your axes and dies.
Awesome.
They're fine though, but
The
you
axes are
definitely
good.
killed this guy.
That's what's important.
Yeah, the axes are fine, but you definitely killed some guy.
Oh, it was his fault.
Wasn't Mirko's dad? I promise.
He didn't tie his shoes.
Thank fucking God, I'm running out of fucking loved ones.
He's doing good.
You
He's having.
Don't you talk about
got G-Mon, G-Pong.
He's having a good battle. He is standing next to Brolo, but he's like, "Don't you pick me up." I don't want none of that.
Moving on.
Anyway, up next is Mirko.
So we're 5-1 then?
5-1.
Okay.
Sorry for jinxing you guys.
Yeah, you fuck. Okay.
Not sorry.
So, John, here's what I want to do. I would like to roll a perception check in order to see which spot in this giant ass battle needs my assistance the most.
Okay.
Very original.
How you feel about that? Did somebody else do that?
Yeah, I think Brillo did his for his first one.
No, I thought he was looking for a weak spot.
Same difference.
Is it?
They look for a weak spot.
No.
I totally used different words.
No. Time out. He was looking for a chink in the armor of the enemy. I was looking for
a chink in the armor of our guys.
Oh well, then I'll do the opposite.
Reinforcement. Okay, there you go.
I'll look for a weak spot in the enemy then.
All right.
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
You just got peer pressure, bitch.
That's fine.
You
I don't want to be unoriginal.
It's hard to really find a weak spot in the enemy. The weak spots in the enemy right now are the ones that you guys have created so far. But
then I think I should have advantage on the roll. Then it should be pretty easy to find, right? Okay, here we go.
I forgot to tell you to roll. Damn it. Yeah, just roll.
Okay,
Stop letting me do that.
Just roll. Fuck it.
I got an 11 plus 7 for an 18.
An 18, so that is successful.
There you go.
And what you see is, like I said, there's not a whole lot of weaknesses that you guys haven't created, but the largest weakness that is there right now in their armor is if you can pile anything on top of what Jarek's doing, because he has really decimated that section, and that's where your biggest strength is as well. So if you can do more damage there, you're one step closer to those guys in Junelle getting to the guys on the other side. And they're about I'd say about a quarter to a third of the way across the battlefield at this point through this army.
All right.
You guys are making really huge progress at this point because they're hideous laughter, and now your guys are also protected with mirror image. So
6-1.
We'll take it.
So what do you want to do
with your success?
Oh,
give us some flavor text, bitch.
You tell me what you do,
so-
and I'll tell
so-
you what effect it has on the battle.
So
I showed you your weakness.
The big thing that we have going for us is that Jarek has all those mirror images and a bunch of dudes just laying on the ground laughing, right?
Yes,
Above my
and you
dick
have a
size.
bunch of guys rushing in and attacking them and laying them down.
I want to land my dragon in front of the guys who are finishing off the laughing guys.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing.
Is he going to? You're just gonna get? Okay, so you're gonna get across the battlefield and land there.
Yeah.
I like it. Yep. Because that's
Yep.
gonna be most of your time.
Yep.
So up next is Shazan.
Yeah. Okay.
Shazam. Let's see what you can do.
Okay. So, can I do a? I guess
Probably.
Shut your mouth.
Yes.
The rules are pretty loose here.
Okay. Can
That's
I
good,
do a
but-
nature check on any huge trees that could possibly be knocked down or shot down
Ooh,
or
there
anything
you
like
go.
that
That's a
I
good
like
idea.
it.
on top of these monsters, whatever other side or whatever
Okay.
monsters that are closest to the edges?
Give me
I
your
guess, of the
perception
battlefield.
check. Give me your perception check.
Perception check.
Oh.
Okay.
Or no, what were you trying to do? What kind of
It-
check were you trying to do?
Oh, nature.
Nature. Yeah, go ahead with the nature
Gotcha.
check.
Gotcha.
Look for any weakness in trees, and I got an idea for you.
Nails with a
16,
firebolt and cause it to fall on them.
16 plus. Do I do the 2 again?
Yeah.
Whatever your nature
yeah.
plus is.
16
Plus
Yeah.
two.
plus 2 plus 7.
Oh,
That's a success.
that's a
Yeah.
25. You're fine.
Okay. So
Sorry, I was
up
adding
ne-
up. not doing the math.
so what you find some trees that are weak that
Mhm.
you could use, and what are you wanting to do with them?
I guess I wanted to do. I guess my best bet is just like shooting like firebolts at him or something. Like
Wait,
I want to
hey,
knock
John,
him
how,
down.
how are the
so-
trees set up? Is it
Yeah.
a copse of trees, or is it just like a singular tree?
So what you find is a big couple of weakened trees that you don't necessarily think that you could knock them over with something. Then that would be that effective.
Are there a bunch
But
of little
what you
minions
do
underneath them?
think- What you do think you could use, and you can tell Jarek through telepathic link, because I'm pretty sure he keeps that open in large combats,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
is the whoopee cushion to blast them and shoot them like Bastila into the battlefield.
Oh,
Score.
boy.
That's fine. He has a psychic
So-
link to me, so we might as well be able to have a psychic link back to him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he psychic links it to him, and
Fuck, I don't
we'll
know what
say you
skill I need
guys
for that.
cast a transfer spell, and it
Yeah.
shoots across the battlefield. There you go.
Score.
Boom. The trees
So,
go flying and like gore is like a shit ton of them.
Yeah, you just skewer the battlefield. It's almost like a horde of Bastila, ballista.
One would almost call it
go
a
off.
shishka mob.
Oh, there you
Pretty
go.
much. And
Start a
you just
fire
got
roast.
branches and trees sticking up out of the battlefield now on your
Yeah,
guys'
just
end.
freaking crush motherfuckers.
And up next is Jarek. And you guys, once again, they don't make much ground on you. They make a little bit of ground where Brolo was at because he wasn't there leading the charge. But other than that, you guys are still laying a good number of waste into this army. And their numbers are dwindling.
We're at 7
Quickly.
and 1, 8 and 1.
7-1.
You guys are
7-1.
8-1.
No, it's 7-1. We've only gone through twice. There's only 8 of us. We got one failure. 7-1.
True dat.
Sounds right.
Oh yeah, 7-1. Okay.
So it's my turn, right? So I'm assuming
Yep.
the dragons have been using their fire breath only, right? So because they like seeing things burn, who doesn't? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna use my persuasion skill with my mount the dragon I'm riding and tell him to use his weakening breath on one of the frontline groups that has some of the biggie guys on them, because it pretty much turns them into weak little kittens, which will make it easier for our guys to cut them down.
Okay, you're going to try to weaken them with the dragon's breath. I like it. So, you're going to try to persuade him. So go ahead and persuade him. Roll your persuasion.
Nat 20 plus 8.
Yeah.
Nat 20 plus 8. That's successful. So now you guys are at 8. You're 2 away. So what happens is you cast this weakening spell, and it works. Or you tell him to use the weakening breath, and it actually works surprisingly well. And these creatures kind of dwindle down and get pretty weak. And he passes that information on to the other dragons, that how effective it is, because it's more effective on all of them, and they have to do less down swooping attacks to take out the red ones. And they use that weakening breath, and they just take them down.
Spread it along on the line, boys.
It actually puts a good sized dent in this army. You guys have them down to about 50 to.
Stop talking over each other.
Yeah.
John, go.
Yep.
You got them down to about 50 to 40% of their units now.
That just made me think of Independence Day, once they finally figure out how to blow up the spaceships, how they get on the horn and they tell everyone. It's like, I figured out a good way to beat the shit out of them, and all the dragons are sharing information.
Yep. Morse code. Let's get it on out there. So up next is Brolo.
All of our dragons have the same capabilities?
Yes.
Cool. Where am I at in relation to everybody else?
You are on the far end of the battlefield from Mirko and Jarek, but you are on the same end of the battlefield as Shazin.
All right. And where are the enemies at in relation to, like, everybody's kind of to the perimeter? Are they inside where I'm at?
They're on. You guys are just on a big open field outside this large city.
Okay.
And you are on the side away from the city, while Jarek and Mirko are on the side next to the city. And there's just a large horde of creatures across this large landscape of a battlefield.
Gotcha. So I want to use my animal handling, and what I'd like to do, would we say this is like a grassland?
Yes. Why?
So
I know where he's going with it. Go with it, baby.
What I'd like to do is have my
It's
dragon,
like a grassland forest area, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So lay out a path of fire that will continue to burn to prohibit the bad guys from wanting to cross the terrain.
You keep out. So you want to basically try to
build a firewall.
A wall of fire.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the grass isn't necessarily super high, but it will aid in your fire blast as you blast them.
Okay.
But you can roll animal handling to sweep the area on your dragon with fire.
All right. If successful, I will play it out just a tidbit more.
Okay.
So we're rolling animal handling.
Yep.
And oh my god, I rolled a 4, so that would be a 9 total. And that'll be it. So my
that will be it, folks.
You try to call your dragon over, and he kind of got caught up in the rage of battle, and he just keeps eating these things and tossing them around.
Well, that sounds good
them
too.
Other ones. So he just keeps killing stuff, and you
We'll
decide,
chalk it up as a
fuck it,
moral
you start
success.
hitting shit with your axes. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't really like you don't get in any trouble, but you're like, well, fuck it, that didn't work,
All right.
and you
Moving
keep
on.
swinging.
Yep.
Up next is Mirko.
So count is 8-2 right now.
Yep.
All right. Well, I am going to use something I'm proficient in, but not great in. I said that I landed amidst the soldiers on my dragon, and I'm gonna roll an intimidation check on the soldiers.
Wait, what?
Just shut up. I'm going with it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tell them, you're fighting fantastically. But if you don't fight till the end of the game, I'm going to have this dragon swallow you whole, and I'm going to have him pick up one of the dead guys and swallow it whole.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
What's
Talk
a
about
dark
a
side?
character shift.
That is so dark side.
Talk about a character
Wow.
Wow.
Think about what he's gone through.
Yeah,
I mean, I get
hear
it.
you, I hear
I
you.
get it.
He's not
That's
happy
still
go
dark
lucky
side is-
anymore.
No, I like it.
Oh
Yo,
god.
no,
It's good.
okay, wait. Time out.
No, it's good. It's good. I like it.
No. I want to say it was one of the creatures, not one of the dead soldiers, but I did think about having him eat a live soldier, but that seemed too far.
That's even more dark
So-
side.
So he's going to eat one of what creatures?
Just pick up one of the dead ones already, throw it up in the air, and swallow it whole.
Think like T-Rex
Okay.
on Jurassic Park, where like one of the limbs
Yeah.
goes flying and falls in front of them or something.
Or like
Where's
on
the
Game
goat?
of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones when the dragon picked up the fish, roasted it, and swallowed it whole.
Yeah.
And it's almost like
Yeah.
you're showing them like, look, they can be
Like-
killed. They
like-
are beings that can
Well,
die.
not only
You know?
that, but like this dragon will do what I tell it.
Yeah.
Roll
Fucking.
the intimidation check.
All right, I really hope this roll is good because if it fails, I'm going to feel bad about what I've just done.
Come
The
on.
dragon's gonna choke.
Oh,
it down.
fuck me. That's a
Come
9
on.
plus 4 for a 13.
And a 9 plus 4 for a 13, and
Yeah.
about, I'd say, 200 men right in front of you flee the field of battle.
Damn it. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, John. I'm not happy
So,
about
So
it,
like
but
he's
it,
too
it-
much.
it-
He's scary.
It makes a lot of sense.
They fucking, he's gonna have the dragon eat us, and he runs, and other people flee as they get further away because they're like, "Fuck no, I don't want to get eaten by a dragon."
Yeah. Well,
So that was a boomer bust, but I liked the gusto.
it played nicely in my head. Now
No,
I'm going
it's
to go
great.
pee.
It's a great
Now
idea.
looks at you quizzically, like that's what you're going with there, huh? Okay.
I look back at him sternly.
Grr.
Yeah.
Grr.
Grr.
Yeah.
Mirko's running out of fucks to give.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
I know. I can see.
On to the next one.
Did you succeed?
The next-
No, I failed
No, he
hard,
did not. He
bro.
failed hard.
Okay. 8-3 then.
Yeah, I know.
I'm keeping track for all of us.
I know.
And
Thank you.
I'm out of plus 8, you shit. All right, cool.
I don't know what he just said.
Well, I was
So
thinking
good,
out loud.
so
I was
good.
thinking out loud about like what I have left for options.
Shazin, go ahead.
All right. So I want to do a history check on the fighting techniques of Janelle and its soldiers and find any traps or contraptions or anything defensive wise that they have in the possession, weapons, or even just traps on the battlefield. And I want to do a history check on it to find that stuff and then relay it to them because I would assume maybe some are just not thinking clearly about it or some are not forgetting about it.
Yeah,
Or
because they're in the
there's-
heat of
or-
battle.
Yeah, and there's newer, younger soldiers.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so it's like it's me going, hey, you guys have this, use this on them. So what do you think?
Okay, so go ahead and roll history for me.
Yeah. That is a 13 plus 10 plus 2.
Jesus.
Woo!
I
There
like
we
it.
go. That's
I'm
a
on fire. My
25. That's a
nipples are
success.
There you go. Hell yeah, Tank.
I am rigid.
That is our 9th success. So what you find out about what you can remember from Junelle is actually what you remember is a battle in the stories before the city of Junelle was ever even founded.
Boom.
There was a great battle where large trenches were dug across this exact battlefield. And they had since been covered with wooden bridges, but you can see that strategically, if the dragons could attack those bridges, they could drop these creatures down into these large trenches.
Then they're sit ducks.
Spear pits.
Yes, and they're in pits. They're not speared, but because they would have been trenches to fight from. But they're definitely gonna fall down in there and be at a disadvantage. And they're all over this battlefield. So as the dragons attack, they just collapse in, and these creatures just start falling into these holes all over the battlefield as you guys coordinate your attack on those trenches.
Right on.
And you guys are starting to really take over. They're at, you'd say, about 20% at this point. They've got very little of their people fighting at this point, and Junelle's fighting so strong. They're about to meet with the refugees at the middle of this battlefield. It's getting closer, and that was a huge tactical hit that hit all over the battlefield. Tank, good job.
Woo.
Up next is Jarek. If you get this one, you guys win. If you don't,
we still got
fail.
Chances.
Unless I decided to change it back to 5.
No, you had 5.
We're at 6.
We were at 6.
Yeah.
We settled on 6.
I know, I'm joking.
We settled on 6.
I mean, dude, I got all the fails, man.
I got one. I got one. I'm with you, brother.
Yeah,
Brother.
There you go. So I can't use. Yeah, I've used all my major charisma skills because I can't use intimidation because they're mind controlled by somebody.
Well, I mean, you can, but it doesn't always work out well if you fail.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Just use that next biggest number.
And you can have your dragon say it's gonna eat everybody.
You know what? I want to. That
was awesome, Adam. I love it.
Feeler, can I make a suggestion?
I already have an idea. What's your suggestion?
Well, just more of a grand scheme of things suggestion. Try something you're proficient at that may not work, that would pass the DC, and see what the fuck happens.
Yep, that's what I'm going for.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is meta as fuck.
So,
no.
So right now I've been succeeding like crazy, right?
Right. We got some.
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm talking to John. I'm talking to John. Right now I've been succeeding like crazy, right? So have the monsters noticed I've been the one causing a lot of the success?
Not really. They're kind of waiting in. Now some of the ones that would have noticed are the forearm guys, because those guys are very highly intelligent.
Are they towards the front or what?
They are at. You have noticed a lot more spell attacks coming towards you, and your dragons ducking and dodging them. So I mean, you guys are taking damage here and there, but
so as for the where they are located in the ranks of the monsters, where they are towards the back, are they in the front or in the middle?
They are pretty well spread out from as you notice. As you think of them as being the ones that may have noticed you, they seem to be kind of squad leaders. Like they're leading groups of
Is there any particular bigger group in the back?
There's a large group kind of in the center.
Okay. So here's my idea. I'm going to be using my intimidation skill, and with it, I'm also going to be using my Shadow Blade skill. So I'm going to communicate with my dragon to head towards them, and when he gets close enough, I'm going to pretty much jump off his back, land on my feet, pull out my longsword, summon my Shadow Blade, and be like, "It's time for y'all to go home." And do like an intimidation, pretty much. Because seeing a blind person do that is kind of impressive. Sweet baby Jesus. 19 plus 8 for a 27.
27. Okay. You land. And you do a sweet flip.
Oh, Rick, 1 second. What?
No. I love this.
Okay,
I love this.
I was gonna say if this somehow didn't work. I was
no,
going to communicate with my dragon.
27.
Okay,
you're
cool.
successful. Shut up.
Cool.
So you rolled. You do your sweet flip. It's time for you to go. And you hear a familiar voice of oh shoot, I gotta rechannel Russian.
Cold blood.
Fuck. Vodka.
I guess that's one.
It's the best way to do it. Vodka. Okay. I see you've been pretty successful here today. We'll be seeing you again. And they vanish. What's left of them.
Okay. That worked.
And you're left with a battlefield and just this expanse and craziness around you. And all the soldiers seem to drop their weapons. They're like, ah!
So
and everybody just...
How much animation do we get out of this?
Yeah, you're not getting that. That's going to the city.
He said they vanished. He clapped his hands and they vanished.
The living ones, not the dead
bodies. Yeah.
The ones that are the carcasses we'll get to later. But you guys aren't getting those. So don't even worry about that.
I figured I'd
You got enough freaking adamantium. You don't need more.
I could always use more.
I'm worried about that.
You're gonna get more, but
he's
you don't
a collector
need it right now. So you guys have won this battle. The crowd erupts around you. You guys see them vanish. You've saved the city of Junelle from possible certain defeat. And Jarek, you ran into a familiar friend.
For a Creed song.
Oh, the dude from before? Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was the warlock. You heard his voice again.
Yeah. I actually kind of thought that was Torzun for a second, but now I know that it's not.
No, it was the warlock.
It's all good.
My guy and you guys tired.
You guys kind of you're worn out, Jarek. You as he leaves, you kind of get a rush of relief it worked.
As he leaves, because I was complete bullshitting because it's me in the middle of all of them. I probably fall down to one knee and just nap time. Because that your image spell that drained the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, and the other spells you use drained you out pretty well. You guys are you and Shazin especially are pretty drained. You guys get back to the main area. Shazin, you're kind of sitting over near where Mirko and Nell and everybody's gathering.
Sweating.
Jarek,
Nipples are hard.
You're a little more worn out. You're leaned up against the wall of the city, probably. You're a good 400 or 500 feet away from the rest of the guys, and they're over there with Nell, and I believe Mirko wants to say something to him, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to let anybody else talk first.
I mean, well, I like it. Now things have calmed down.
Yeah, things have calmed down there. You have tents set up. They're getting the wounded in. They're taking care of everybody. They have a command tent set up, and Nell, you're kind of gathered outside of the command tent. Torzun's near, kind of off to the side, but near, and your guys' dragons are off the ways a little bit, not too far, but 60 feet away, and you guys are standing there talking to Nell. Well,
yeah,
gentlemen,
no. what the fuck is going on? I've lost my mother. I've lost my best friend because you couldn't defend your shit. You saw what I made that dragon do. I need answers.
You next, bitch.
What is going on is something more powerful than I've ever seen has taken control of one of the Drowmer stones, or someone in control of one of the Drowmer stones, and it's creating these creatures, and it's attacking and ruining the world, causing chaos everywhere. People are dying everywhere, not just your mother, Mirko. Yeah, I understand you've had loss. Everyone has had great loss. This is not something that I caused. This is something tactically struck out to make sure they could possibly destroy the world.
Yeah, I get that. Everybody's suffered loss. I'm very sympathetic. Honestly, I know my tone's not conveying that. But if you're going to try and be in control of something so fucking powerful, how the hell can you not protect it better than you did?
It had been protected for years. It was an outside attack. I don't know what happened. It's something whose power is outside my reach of seeing. So I'm not sure what is even causing this yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. And if I can't figure it out, then it's something really bad. So we need to not fight with one another. We can save that. You can be mad at me when this is all over. If you're living. If I'm living. But if it's still going on, we're not going to live if we spend our time arguing over semantics.
How can you let cars drive that closely to you?
Cars?
No, that was just a break.
Street. Yeah.
Can I interject?
Fucking go for it, man.
So
anytime.
I'm panting and I'm sweating and I'm looking at Miracle being frustrated and I look at Nell and I go, he's exactly right. If you have made something so powerful and built it up to protect it, how would you not even know who was at fault with this? I did not
make this.
I feel like you know who's.
I did not make these stones. I found these stones. I feel like I have an idea of something powerful enough that could be behind this, but I don't know.
But we need to know all the information we can. We're the ones in the front line fighting this.
I understand that. I found this information that I have now over the past month you've been traveling. You've just come to my doorstep now. I plan on getting you all together and discussing this as soon as possible to get all the information I have to you and all the information you have to me. I've garnered more information since you've been gone, as well as you have, but we have not been speaking since you've been gone. So we will have to get this all out on the table here shortly. But right now, we need to get our defenses back up, get back into the city, and maybe rest, and we can meet this evening. But we need to get everyone back in the city and out of this battlefield. Wouldn't you agree this is not the place for conversations like these?
I want to roll an insight check. I don't know that it's going to work, but I got to do it.
Go ahead and roll.
Nope. That's a 6.
Wouldn't matter. Either way.
Doesn't matter? Okay.
But no, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
From what you can tell.
Okay.
You've never had any reason to not trust Nell. He didn't know. He honestly does not know. He honestly does not know what is causing any of this. He's trying to figure out. He knows some information, but he doesn't want to just say it out here in front of everybody. That's going to be for more in private. And he wants everyone to get a chance to calm down and process the information and everything that's happened before he talks to you.
Okay.
He doesn't want to talk to you in the heat right after battle.
Okay. I'm going to Miracle.
I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk away. I'm not saying shit. I'm just going to walk away.
And
I was going to tell you. Let's walk away.
As you guys were having this conversation, Jarek, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, of course you choose one of my shitty ones. I'm probably not going to see shit. 7 + 2 for a 9er.
Oh man.
That
Okay, roll
that
me
way,
a-
blind boy.
Roll me another one because there's a few of them as this whole thing's going on.
Okay, this was a 15 + 2 for a 17.
17.
Yep.
You notice Adam's dragon's kind of like, ugh. Looks like he's moving weird. And you see his belly kind of moving weird. Roll me one more.
Oh, ruh-roh. Was the guy still alive? 10 + 2 for a 12.
For a 12. Okay, so you don't see exactly what happens, but you see a burst of red blobs coming out of the side of him.
Damn.
What do you do?
I should have said this after the first one, but I'll say it now. I communicate to everyone in the group. Oh yeah, Brolo, if you didn't know, my guy has telepathy with anyone he can see, so he's going to be getting thoughts in his head from me. Surprise!
I think you made like you did it like on the chill, like just so he could get used to it.
Okay.
Brolo's like, God?
Right, so he didn't like freak the fuck out.
Because I don't remember if I actually explicitly said that to him before.
I think you did.
Okay, but I'm gonna be like, I think there's something wrong with that dragon right there. He's not looking too shabby right now, and plus his red shit come out his side.
And you guys,
yeah, we're gonna have to roll on that.
Yes, you will.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but
he also did not say he was trying to deceive you at all.
That's true.
Right. I mean, what do I roll?
Go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah, not great, but sure. 16.
16. He did not lie, he did not deceive it, so you got it. Basic is a 15. You're like, wait, how do you know there's red stuff coming out the side of that thing?
Well, he's got to play that. Let him play that.
So okay, so
that's the thought that comes to your head.
So I look at, I hear him say it. I look over. I'm gonna double take him, and I'll be like, I'm gonna leave the fact that I realized he saw it alone, and deal with the fucking.
You got a lot going on.
What seems to be the issue first? That seems to be the more pressing thing than his thing going on.
As you guys notice this, you see Nell raise his wand, and he lets out a huge ice blast and freezes all of them solid as they fall to the ground.
All of what?
Yeah, was it like chunks coming out of the dragon?
It was those red punchy things. He ate one of them.
The thing.
They're immune to fire.
Right.
So they were able to punch their way out of his belly once they healed up.
Right. I just didn't know what was coming out. Yeah. I just didn't know what was coming out. So he flash froze everything.
Yeah, he freezes it, and they drop to the ground and shatter.
Is my dragon frozen? And my dragon's probably dead too now, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
John Wick Mirko.
I'm gonna go over to my dragon, and I didn't
mean for that to happen, but that's part of your failure, kinda.
That's all good. I'm going to just say a blessing over the dragon and thank it for everything it did for me. And that's all. That's all.
You feel Helm's presence as you're blessing this dragon. You feel it touch you.
So then I get up, I walk back over, I go, so you can see.
I tell you, I just act like I'm blind because it makes life a little more fun for me. Plus, people underestimate me, which makes it easier for me to find out what I need.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna go over and sit back down by the dragon. That's all I'm saying.
Do I hear this?
I'm not even mad. Yeah, you're there. I'm not mad. I'm just fucking. I got other shit going on. Mirko's got like 9 million things going on, so he's just gonna go sit and chill by the dragon and like pet the dead head.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
And as we see him pet the dead head of that, I look at Jarek and I give him this evil eye. And I say, don't you ever deceive us again.
Deceive you? I'll just play a little game. See how long I could do that before the chap's notes. And like I said, plus I do it all the time anyway, so I just do what I'm thinking.
At this point, we are friends. At this point, we have lost people and we have fought amongst each other. Don't ever.
I think I'm quite certain that I've carried my weight and kept quite a few people alive myself.
Absolutely. So, but again, don't ever deceive us again with this. With these games.
Oh, no, I'm going to
use your games for good.
I'm going to keep on acting like I'm blind. It's too much fun to see how people treat me. Plus, it gives me a feel of a person is. If they treat me like I'm less than them, then I know they're a piece of shit. If they actually treat me like a person, then I know they're worth my time.
You do what you
treat me like a person, so I know you're worth my time, which is why I've tried as hard as I have to make sure we all stay alive.
You do what you may, Jarek, but like I said, do not deceive us again. You can do that to our enemies. We will support you on that. But don't ever deceive us again.
You want to play cards? I'm joking.
I understand. This is part of your attitude. You hide your feelings within you. Don't worry. One day they will come out.
Feelings? What feelings? I'm just trying to have fun. Just loosen up a little bit. It was a good prank. It worked out. No one got hurt.
This time, no one got hurt. No worries. Let's refocus on our friend Mirko and all the loss he has had.
Sure.
And that's it. That's it. Sorry, I just want to have a little thing.
No, I love it. So you guys are going to... You guys go back to...
Wait. I was muted and I didn't notice. We got more to do here.
Yep.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say... Because I don't know if I was muting when I said I walked over and petted my dead dragon.
No, you said that.
We heard that.
I'm going to walk up to him and I go, no one got hurt?
Well, none of us got hurt. And the people who did get hurt, I didn't have any control over that.
All right. Then I'm going to go back to my dragon. That's it.
Okay.
Because I rationalized it. Thank you.
So you guys rest for the evening. Or the rest of the day. Mirko, I'm guessing you hang out by the dragon for a little while. Your dad comes over and he just sits with you and he sits there quietly, and if you talk to him, he'll talk, but he doesn't say anything until you're ready to.
I'm gonna ask him just one more time because I feel like it's important to ask. I'm gonna say, how'd you lose Mom? I mean, my brother and my sister left, and I'm not trying to insult you here, but who'd you have left? How'd you lose her?
I was in the town square, and she was in the house preparing lunch, and
sandwiches.
They came in, and I was there with Thar's father, and we were fighting these beasts, protecting the children, and he told me to run with the children, and he said he would find your mother, and I'm guessing he didn't get there in time. And I see you saved him. I have not had the chance to speak with him, but I had to save the children. He told me to save the children. I felt like that's what needed to be done. That's what your mother would have done. She would have saved the children. She would not have come back for me.
Well, you know, when before Thar passed, he told me to run, and I listened. So I guess I can't be too mad at you for listening to him. We're good. And till we get some kind of confirmation, we won't worry about it. And John, I assume that, maybe Thar's dad can confirm that, but...
Oh, yeah, they got to be conversation with that.
He actually walks up when he sees you two talking, and he says, when I got to the house, she was already gone. They had gotten to her before I got there, and I was fighting them off, and if you hadn't have come, Mirko, I wouldn't have made it out alive. I owe you my life.
No, man. We're square.
I'm sorry I could not save her, but they'd gotten to her before. The attack was so fast. It was the fact that any of us made it out alive is miraculous.
Look, man,
we're just happy that you were there to save any of us.
Does he have a name? Did I forget his name?
I think we said a name, but I can't remember what it was.
So it is now Dar.
Dar. Okay.
For Cannon.
That was right.
Cannon. We'll go with it.
And since the Thar Dar family doesn't have a last name, I'm going to just address
Thar
him.
Dar.
Yeah.
Dar.
I love Brolo so much. Yeah. Look, Dar, sir, you know, we're square, man. Your boy gave his life to protect me. You very well could have given your life to protect my mother. You don't owe me shit. This is 15 pounds of shit crammed in a 10-pound bag, man. I guess I just got more vengeance to reap.
You guys are sitting outside the gates as you see refugees piling in the city. Mirko, this is happening as you having this conversation. And roll me a perception check.
Everyone?
Okay.
Just Mirko.
12
because
plus.
the rest of you guys, I'm guessing you guys have, this is what he's doing throughout his day. Unless Brolo, you were staying with him the whole time.
Brolo wants to stay by the dragon and check the dragon before that opportunity's lost. But you guys can carry on with your little story for now.
No, the dragon was dead.
Oh, I know.
When you would have gotten to it.
I understand that. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I rolled a 19 on my perception check total.
19. And Brolo, you can roll. Well, you wouldn't notice this, so you can't roll because you wouldn't know to notice this.
Fine.
19 on your perception check. You see amongst the refugees your brother and sister.
Well, that's something.
I
don't know. I didn't really think about that. Let's just say, John, just for cooperative storytelling purposes, let's say they were very far away. I saw them, and there's just a little bit of a smile.
Okay, I like it.
And we'll address that later, maybe.
Yeah,
if
we can address
be.
that later.
Yeah.
So, Brolo, what did you want to do?
Brolo wants to check the dragon for any sweet brewing.
Dragon liver.
Good way to honor.
Dragon testicles. Dragon fat.
Use every part of the animal.
Yeah.
Dragon dick.
You can do this, but Mirko does seeing you do this. Like scavenging around his dead dragon. But you would have.
I'm not going to like mutilate the corpse.
No. Let's do this. I see Brolo digging around. I say, hey, Brolo, what you doing, brother?
Brolo wants. I don't know what I'm capable of looking for here. So, what I want to find is something that I can use to brew.
Roll survival for me.
Oh yeah, ouch! I rolled a 13.
Ouch.
Okay. What you think you're looking for is dragon spleen. You think it? You heard someone say dragon spleen makes the strongest beer, so you're looking for a dragon spleen.
Yeah. So, what's my chances of
just keep role playing it? Go
getting through the dragon scale though. Oh, he's got an opening.
He's got an opening.
Hole in his side.
Roll with it. Go.
You're able to find it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So I just want to harvest it. That's pretty much it.
Wait, Brolo, what you looking for?
You're talking to Mirko.
Yeah.
Brolo needs spleen.
What you need the spleen for, man?
Beer.
Beer? Is it strong beer?
Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah.
Memorial beer.
I didn't ask if it was good. I asked if it was strong.
Yeah.
Fucking A, let's get it then. I feel like Tharl would have liked it, which I believe is one of the dragon's names that we established, and I'm taking it as my own.
Tarek.
Perfect.
Tarek.
Tarek.
It was Tarek.
Yeah, what John said.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not
yeah.
Daisy?
No, fuck you, Tank. We are going to get drunk now. Let's do this shit.
Okay. So you are going to get drunk.
I failed all my constitution saves. I'm puking everywhere. I don't give a shit.
Okay. So
White girl
Brolo,
wasted.
go ahead and roll me the brewery check for this dragon spleen.
What am I rolling here? Just a D20?
D20 plus your proficiency plus intelligence. So plus 4. I think.
D20. I rolled a 3, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so you don't get anything out of it. Now that you're thinking of it more, you're thinking whoever was telling you a spleen was a good idea for brewing was probably had no clue what they were talking about.
That's nice.
That guy was kind of shifty anyway. And so you guys go to the nearest pub and drink there instead.
Hell yes.
Perfect. It's always a win-win.
Me and Brother are gonna play a drinking game.
So you and Brolo get nice and trash.
Yeah. No. Let's arm wrestle for shots, Brolo.
Oh, shit, that's not good.
Okay.
Come on, Brolo.
Strength
Brolo.
checks.
Yeah, Brolo. You win. I'll do a shot. If you lose, I'll do a shot.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. That would be a 19 on the die.
Ooh. You
it's fine. Mirko's taking a shot with you anyway.
Yeah, Mirko took 4 on the way in the door.
Yeah, this isn't a contest so much as a fucking sorrow drowning / bonding event.
That works.
Yeah.
And Mirko, like throughout the day as you're drinking, it's getting more into the evening. And Nell did say he was going to summon you guys for a meeting. And you do see Gerald in the door. And Gerald sees you and you go, "Hey, Gerald."
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you again and he's like, and he waves at you. And he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow, Mirko," as he walks out the door. With his limp, he's like, we're gonna have to do this meeting tomorrow.
Good idea, Gerald, because Mirko may feel jovial now, but maybe surly soon.
Yes. he is gonna relay that information to Nell, and Nell's gonna be more than happy to wait till the morning. He wanted to anyway.
I was about to say I was gonna be in the same bar, just drinking my own little thing of mead at a table, writing down my journal. And I saw Gerald and just kind of come up to him, but like, don't even try. Like, just let the man have the night.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right idea, wrong timing, brother.
Yeah. I was like, tell Nell to wait.
Well, because you had wanted to speak to him, so they wanted to make sure they assumed your wishes, but they also knew you'd possibly be pissed drunk, and that's what they were okay with. So, Jarek, what are you doing?
Mirko's pretty white hat, but he's not above getting shitty.
Oh, hell no.
He's responsible, but he'll fucking party it up.
Well, no, he'll make sure he's staying at the tavern he fucking drinks at. He's not driving a wagon anywhere. Drink responsibly.
Hey, don't drink and steer.
And
right?
Right.
You guys did see Nick coming in with some of the refugees, so you know he did make it back in the city okay. Just things to, and he saw you, Mirko, and he comes and drinks with you for the night.
I give Nick a big sloppy drunken hug.
And he reciprocates. He's like, "Oh man, I missed you."
I mean, that's how drunk Mirko is. That's how drunk he is that he hugs Nick and be like,
yeah, Nick kind of smells.
Shit's been fucking better, I'll tell you that much, but I'm about 18 sheets to the wind. I don't give a fuck right now.
Well, let's get 18 more. Fuck
yeah, fucking A. You want to arm wrestle?
Yeah. And you whip his ass every time.
Yeah, probably.
And then they start getting loud, and then some ugly bodyguard-looking guy starts looking like he's gonna go towards him. And I want to roll an intimidation check on him. Like, don't do it.
Fucking A.
Do it. Roll it. Roll it.
There we go.
Shazam's just fucking keep
17.
Oh, he's
7.
like, you're like, it's not the right thing, man.
My hands are glowing.
And he's just like, okay.
Leave my boys alone.
I feel like Shazam's intimidation check is very like quiet but strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not like look at my muscles. It's
right.
like my eyes are glowing. My hands are glowing.
It's more of a
look at him.
Don't do it.
Not today. And he's just like, okay, sorry. I'll leave those guys alone.
Yeah,
they need it, don't they?
He'll handle us.
I'll pay the damages.
And he looks, he's like, is that one of the heroes with the dragons? Is that one of those guys?
Yes. Let him be. He has fought valiantly, and he has lost many people.
Where's Jarek?
If you see anybody bothering him, you let me know, and I'll get their ass out of here.
Cheers.
This is his tavern tonight.
I appreciate that, good fellow.
Where's Jarek right now?
Yeah.
So you're all at the bar?
Yeah, we're at the bar. Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the bar acting like I'm blind, drinking my ale.
And Shazam, as you told this guy, he kind of starts gossiping a little bit, and you start hearing bar chatter that there's heroes in the bar, and everybody Mirko is the hero. He's the hero from the battlefield.
Sure.
And they all start coming up and thanking you.
He's the hometown hero.
Thank you so much.
You know.
Thank you so much. You saved their lives, and they're buying you drinks, and they're keeping you as drunk as you want to be, and they're all wanting to hear your stories from the battlefield and how you killed these beasts and saved their lives.
So I'm gonna walk up to the bar and sidle up next to Jarek and pull up a stool, and I'm gonna order 2 shots of whiskey. And when they come,
it better be dwarven whiskey. That's the best.
I'm ordering top shelf, of course. John, however much gold you want to take from me,
the bartender, now that he knows you're a hero, Janelle, drinks are on the house for the night.
Okay,
you saved their lives.
Well, in that case, 2 shots each, and I throw my arm around him.
He gives you 4.
I say, I'm pretty fucked up right now, brother. If you ever lie to me again, it ain't gonna be pretty. Now let's drink this shit and get fucking hammered.
I won't exactly call it a lie. It was
No. Don't ever lie to me again. And that's it. And then I drink my drinks and I walk away.
I never lied. As he walks away.
He did. He chose to. He did not acknowledge that.
Oh, come on! You should have hit him.
No, because it's not fucking true. But I'm not into getting into an argument right now
with someone who will argue with you no matter what, because he just doesn't understand social cues.
Right. He's kind of.
And I'll win with my charisma skills.
Does Jarek have Asperger's?
No, he just honestly thinks he didn't do anything wrong.
It's okay.
No, but I'm saying that's because he doesn't necessarily fully understand social cues. That would be the reasoning behind it.
Does.
I ignored all of it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Tell the whole truth. That's a gray area for lying. Didn't tell the whole truth.
Okay.
I ignored it until a later day. We'll go from there.
So you guys all party pretty late in the night, and you get back to your rooms. Everybody gets escorted back, and you wake up in the morning feeling like dog shit.
That is expected. Constitution saves?
Yes, from everyone.
You got it, John. I'm proficient in those.
16 plus 3 for 19.
Nat 20.
16 plus 5 for a 21.
You feel great.
4 is 19.
We all crushed that.
Everybody feels fucking great.
I mean, I probably drink the least.
We are drinking champions. We are men amongst men.
We all had JJ's waffles, and we're feeling fantastic.
Oh, waffles.
You guys
Bake
stopped
home.
at this. You guys were just walking down the street, and you guys know that Shazin and Mirko know the city pretty well, but you both got like just a whiff, and you're like, "Oh, Timmy's," and you know Timmy's shack over on the corner of Billy and Bob. That is the best place to get breakfast. You guys go there and you get refueled. And you're feeling pretty good. And you look up from your meal and you see Gerald at the door.
Hey, Gerald.
Wait, I don't know if Brolo knows Gerald.
Brolo does not know Gerald.
Yeah.
He's just gonna say hi, friend.
Maybe maybe Miracle drunkenly told him like every single person he knows in town.
Yeah, I could have told him. I'm like,
remembering.
You said hey Gerald when he came in last night, so Brolo would have noticed him.
It's almost like Brolo gets smart when he's
that
drunk.
works perfectly.
It's reversal.
Yeah, he's got drunken recall like in Beer Fest.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Yeah. I think it really is a thing.
So Brolo's, hey Gerald, and Gerald walks up. He's like, hi Brolo, I've heard about you.
I will hug.
So gentlemen, I believe it's time for that meeting.
Guess good time as ever.
I guess.
Well, we'll head up to Nell. Follow me. And he walks with the limp, and you guys head down the road. He's got a carriage outside, and he stops a couple places and picks a couple people up. He picks up a familiar elven female to to Mirko, the one that you met in the alleyway at Darrett.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You also pick up Mirko, your father, and Nick as well. And you guys all head to Nell. And you head to his office. And you guys are waiting in the secretary's office, outside his office.
Okay, so Mirko, even though he passed his constitution check, is still not, he didn't throw up, but I feel like he's got a real pounding headache. And he's got
a bit of a headache on top of it because he was really, he's still a little bit drunk.
Probably woke up drunk. And he's going to say, man, I remember your name, but remind me what we discussed the last time I met you in that. I remember it was the alley, I think. Right? What?
Yes. You. It was in Darrett. My name's Brandy.
Right. Yeah. I knew that. What the fuck did we talk about? My memory is dog shit right now.
Shazin writes down Brainy real quick in his notebook.
Seem quite battle tested at this point, so I could see that rattling with someone's brain.
I've been through some shit,
but I am the one who procured the life stone for its safety.
Oh shit! Yeah, I appreciate you for that. That's what I appreciate about you. Okay, thank you very much for doing that. I'm gonna just take a quick nap until we are called in.
Hey, and like you're drunk.
He woke up drunk, man.
That's a way to do it.
Just a little bit drunk, to where you're not hungover, you just feel good.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, it's fucking perfect. It's perfect, right?
It's like when I was in the Navy on deployment. Whenever we made port somewhere, everybody would like come in late, drunk as hell, and they'd wake up the next morning still drunk.
Best case scenario, right?
Yeah.
She comes over and she sits down next to you after you walk away. She kind of smiles at you and she says, "Here, I think you need a nip of this," and she hands you a little flask.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know if I should after last night, but fuck it, why not? And I'll drink it.
Deception check.
No, I just drinking it. Fuck it. He's still drunk.
I know.
You drink it and you actually feel better. It cures your hangover. You feel energized and ready for the day.
Damn. All right. Well, I thank you. I feel much better now.
Old family recipe. It perks you up when you party too hard.
It gives you the burps too, apparently.
Dwarven
Yeah,
Gunbuster.
sometimes. But better out than in, my dad always said.
Yeah, I heard that from
Whoa,
this.
that's weird to
And-
tell
and-
your
unless they're talking-
daughter.
unless they're talking about sex. I mean,
I heard that
Weird
from
to
this
tell your daughter.
green fellow with some weird ear things before. It was a good time.
Oh, you must mean Shrek. Yeah, I met him.
No,
He's a weird
no.
ogre out underneath
His name,
Gil's Pass.
his name
Where's
definitely,
Donkey?
his name definitely wasn't Shrek because I don't own the copyrights to that.
I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. So, and she just kind of
Hey,
sparks
guys,
up a
just know,
conversation with you.
When I saw your face,
And-
I'm a believer.
boo!
Boo.
Fuck you, Smash Mouth. You piece of shit.
She hangs out
buddy.
in the God, you guys suck.
and by suck, you mean we're awesome.
Hey, John,
Yes.
would you prefer us to go back to Creed? Because I got some more I could probably make
No.
up.
No more creep.
No,
For
I'm good.
fuck's
I'm
sake.
good.
For
That's
fuck's
what-
sake.
That's what I thought.
I feel like a meteor is about to hit this city, and only Brolo's going to survive.
Well played.
I've been good for the most part.
The one true savior.
Oh God! All right, please
Well-
continue.
So she just kind of chats with you a little bit, sparks up some conversation. She can tell you're a little down, so she's trying to be a friend. And it's up to you if you want to be friendly or not. But-
I'd be cordial. We'll say cordial.
And she just talks to you a little bit, tells you she's a druid. She kind of roams the wilds. Tells you a little bit about herself. But
Good class choice, BT Dubs.
you're welcome. And she loves animals. She heard about the dragon, and she feels for your loss and everything you've had to go through. And she's just excited to find out what Nell has to say about everything.
Is this
Where-
like Mirkos Topanga? What's going on right here?
Daniel
Possibly.
Mitchell? Mm.
She looks a little. We could have her look like Danielle Fishel. That's true.
You stop it, sir. I'm always get so hard.
Nope.
I like it. I like it as a druid, and some leathers,
Stop it.
some twigs in her hair. Yeah, there you go.
Girl.
Really don't want to explore your fetishes tonight, John. So
Actually, I was more exploring tanks. I was feeding off of him. So it was your cousin exploring your cousin's fetishes.
I
How's
plead the
that make you
fifth.
feel? And he's still muted. Yay.
I plead the fifth, goddammit.
No, I was talking about Adam.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Anyways,
He's probably
so,
throwing up.
it's all
Um,
anyways, go ahead.
so you guys get, if Adam's still here, is he still here?
Yeah, he's probably just muted. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. You guys head into Nell. You get called into Nell's office by Gerald, and Nell greets you all. There's a big long table set up for you all to sit down at. He says, "Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please sit down, everyone, and we will discuss everything that's gone on. First, any questions from anyone in the room?"
yeah, what the fuck?
A little more specific there,
Shazam
Mirko.
starts laughing.
I feel like that was specific enough. You know
So
what I mean.
what Mirko is getting at is he wants to know what we have found out so far about what attacked us. So what I know is that my men attacked us, but I also know my men would not have done that. My closest confidant, Cindy, had the nature stone, and apparently she has been gallivanting off with it and creating these creatures.
Gallivanting. Oh, I like that word. Good.
But she wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have done that without some outside force pushing her in that direction. At the same time, my protege, Christopher, was also drawn off to steal the Conjuration Stone, which he's a bit power hungry, and I could see him going after something like that. But at this certain moment, he didn't seem like he would do that. And I feel like there's some driving force forcing these people.
Drugs.
The Illusion Stone, which caused the incident that you were involved in, that's an even more peculiar incident because that was a former grand champion who would have never done something like that, especially to the initiation, for an organization he was a part of for 60 years. And he was an older man. There's no way he would have been able to do the damage like that. Something had to have intervened at some point. Something has to be controlling their minds, because these creatures seem to be under a similar mind control. Now, if you have any information that could lead us in some sort of direction of what has gone on with you, then we might have somewhere else to breach off of. But as far as I can tell, I believe my people have been placed under mind control, because that's the only reason they would have turned. And if they did turn, then that is on me, and I will take that brunt. But I do not know, and I do not believe that yet.
Can we roll insight to at least know if Nell believes the things he's saying? You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I don't think
you can roll to see if he believes himself or if he is trepidatious in what he is saying.
You would think like Christopher was actually his boy or whatever, but yeah. I did not succeed. Please all roll
18 plus what was it, insight?
Yeah.
Plus 3. 18 plus 3.
18 plus 3. Yep. He is 100% confident in what he is saying. He does not believe that they would have turned on him. He believes that Christopher maybe one day would have, but he's not strong enough to have turned on his own yet.
So
not against Nell.
For the record, I also had a 19.
There you go.
I'm gonna look at Shazam just because, or Shazam,
whatever,
because I know he's like the smartest, and like just kind of give him
offended by that statement.
Well, I haven't known you as long, bro. You haven't had as long a chance to prove yourself. But I'm gonna look at him and just kind of give him a this sound cool to you look. And
go ahead.
Take the nod, the finger on the nose from the sting, whatever kind of fucking.
Yeah, I kind of give him a little
I believe
signal.
Obviously, Mirko is gonna believe Shazam.
Yeah, I kind of give him that look like he's telling the truth. He's believing what he means. So, is there and this is me going as Shazam. Nell, is there any way we could possibly talk to or discuss or interview any of these people that any of your workers? Maybe do our own investigation in on them?
My workers, the people who had the stones.
Yes.
Cindy and Christopher.
Cindy and Christopher.
They are gone. They have fled. They have left.
Oh crap! Didn't know that.
With the stones. We have pinpointed where they are.
Clearly.
We have pinpointed an area of where we believe the Conjuration Stone is, and we believe they are infiltrating the cities near there to get into the diamond mines. We don't know what they need diamonds for, but we believe they're getting in there for the diamond mines.
Shazam must have been writing in his journal.
We believe Cindy has the Nature Stone, and wherever she is, whatever force is controlling her, is causing her to create this army, and she is building an army. She is off in the southwest, while the Conjuration Stone we believe to be in the southeast, and the Illusion Stone, which is the stone that I want you gentlemen to look into procuring, we believe to be in the desert in the northwest.
This really sounds like Naruto.
This will be a travel through the desert. We do not know where it is. We just have an idea of where a large source of magic is. We are going to I have a means to get you there quickly. We have channeled a lot of magic because we're going to have to move troops fast in a big way. So I have some transportation stones for you to use and you to be able to get to your destination as quickly as possible so we can find where the source of magic is. You can get that stone. From there, you will be heading to the southeast into the Diamond Cities. And we will already be dispatching men into the Diamond Cities to investigate these things, to see what we can find. And we will try to get you any information if they can, or get you any help if they can. But we don't know what they're going to be going up against. Because if the Conjuration Stone is down there, who knows what beasts have been conjured to do whatever means of dastardly need that are necessary. And then I will be going with a large contingency of our forces to start building up and calling aid to a central point for heading to the southwest for an inevitable, I think, battle for the end. So once we gather the other stones, hopefully you can meet us there, and from there we'll see what happens. But I hope you're willing to go on this quest.
I look at Nell and I said, we will take on this mission.
Pro Loco.
Mirko?
I mean, I guess, man. Shit. I ain't got a lot else left to do. As long as I'll do all of this if you give me your goddamn word that you will keep my dad as safe as you possibly can. And to be honest with you, your word don't mean a ton to me, but it's about all I got at this point.
Maybe he ain't got that thing.
I mean, he might not.
You want his? I'm sorry. You want his word for what again?
To keep my father
protect
safe.
His father.
It's
all
I got left, man.
I already had plans for that, Mirko, and that's why I asked your father here today. Jarek, are you on board?
Well, considering I'm still trying to figure out who that bloke was who we ran into
Warlock fellow.
I'm hoping
fellow.
I think this might lead along the path for me to have another little chit chat because I talked to him during the defense of the city, so might as well keep him along this path because I just don't like the feel of this guy, and I don't think he should really stick around because he's really
the Joker to your Batman.
He's really harshing my mellow right now, and I'm not a fan of it.
I'll come back to that. So that's a yes. But Mirko, your father, he, I would like him, Sir Marco, it is correct? Yeah, it's me. I would like you.
I thought he was waiting for me to answer. I'm like, fucking.
I don't know.
No,
yeah, I gotta answer myself.
No, that's perfect. Perfect voice.
Do it, man. Do it.
Perfect voice. Do it.
Okay, so I would like you to head up our smithery and help coordinate all of our smiths together to start creating armaments and weapons as fastly as they can and to the best quality to get them out to our troops as quickly as we can. We have to arm up as fast as possible. I'll need you helping man our forges night and day. You will be protected within this city. Mirko, I will as long as these city walls stand, your father will be protected. And we will take care of him. We will be drawing the fight away from Junel. That is the plan.
All right, man. I tell you what, we've had a lot of success with all that adamantine we've been finding. I suggest y'all put it to use.
We will definitely get on with that. Marcos is the adamantines from them.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me how to work with that. We're gonna talk before you go.
All right, pops.
Yeah. Okay, so Nell then says, Jarek, you said something about a warlock?
Oh, you haven't encountered him yet before?
No, we've only encountered attacks from these creatures in the outlying cities. We were stretched thin trying to stop them, and that's when they attacked. So it was not good for us. I mean, we still had our armed forces, but many of the adventurers that help with those defenses were gone. So we were kind of fucked, and glad you showed up when you did. So you ran into a
Technical
warlock.
term.
What's going on with that?
Well, it was a while back when we first started to go help out whatever the fucking town it was before that we helped out the first time, because I don't remember its name.
Yeah, that was the little town. I can't remember.
We met the guy with the bitchy wife.
We called it P-Town.
Yeah,
Yep.
P-Town, that's right. We went to go help out P-Town. There was this rascal that we ran into who was pretty much trying to say that I wasn't much of a warlock, and we were sort of talking. I'm trying to.
Okay, so you describe the scene to him.
Yeah,
you don't have to go through it in detail.
And then I also tell him about my final intimidation.
Yeah.
And then was there one before that? Oh, the one before that when when it's temporary possessed. When the punchy punchers, and he talked to me.
It was one of the forearm guys that possessed. It was possessing them.
Well, I tell him about all three scenes, and then I'm telling him, I'm not exactly an expert, but if he's been at all three scenes, I think he might be the chap that's behind all of this. And if I can me going along is going to find out who this little prick is. I'm going to go along.
Jarek, I think you might be on to something there. You said he had the same whitened eyes that you used to have. I see yours have changed a little. I hope that's for the better. But you say that he's got those same white eyes.
Well, I have blue eyes now, don't I?
Yeah.
They've been changing.
They've been changing. And they're a nice bright blue now, like the brightest blue eye, but the whole eye.
So I'm still playing the blind trope with this guy, so I don't know my eyes are changing. Well, I know, but like
he knew, he told you he knew in the very first time you met him alone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He knows.
Okay.
He knows everything. He's got the knowledge stone.
His eyes were quite similar to mine, which makes me think Cthulhu might be
Steve
playing.
Irwin now.
Yeah, right. Which makes me think that Cthulhu might be part of all of this, because Cthulhu does like to have his fun, calls it chaos, and to put it simply, it's been quite chaotic here with all sorts of happenings going on. So it might be a good possibility that he's got his tentacles in this.
Tentacles.
I've been thinking the same thing. Everyone who seemed to be around at the incident seemed to have blacked out very quickly, and a couple of them were really incoherent and were not able to talk or do anything.
Either way, this other guy seems like a prick, and I want to take him down. Simple as that.
If I know anything about warlocks and their touches, sometimes they can be damaging. And if this evil force that was controlling you, I'm assuming it's not anymore, Cthulhu, it could be a driving force behind much of this. but only time can really tell that.
Oh, it's I'm just going on a limb here and saying your feelings probably quite right. Which is also another reason why I want to see what's going on, because well, I don't exactly follow Cthulhu anymore. This little chap showed me what would happen if I kept on following him, and it involved these other guys sort of stabbing me in the back, which that doesn't really sound like a good time to me. And if anything, I'd like to stop that from happening. So I want to find out more what's going on and put this bugger in his fucking place.
Well, hopefully you made a good choice this time. And I hope for all of our sakes that we put this bugger in his place. I guess. And you, and he points to Brolo, he says, I haven't seen you before, sir. What brings you to Junelle?
Find Daddy.
Your daddy.
Find Daddy.
And you see him look at you and kind of looks around the room. Interesting. Well, we'll talk about that later. But you're looking for your daddy.
Are you my
Daddy?
Do you not know who your daddy is?
Farrell?
Farrell, your god, yes. Okay.
No, Daddy.
So, yes. Yes, daddy. Do you have a father? I don't believe so. Not that I can tell your history.
Farrell.
Okay. You're a very strong man, aren't you? Do you want to continue on this path with these gentlemen?
I'm gonna kind of flex a little bit.
Okay. You will be a great hero, Brolo. Great
Fucking
hero.
great response.
Okay. So does anyone have any other questions for me?
I don't.
And,
I guess I'll do what you need me to do. I'm not happy about it, but I don't really have much left to do. I want vengeance. Can you promise me vengeance?
I can't promise you vengeance, but if we stop whatever's caused this, then there would be your vengeance, son.
Well,
you're gonna have to end it.
If that's my path to vengeance, then I'm in. Fuck it, let's do this.
I would say be cautious with everyone you come in contact with, because they may not have been acting on their own will, and keep that in your back of your mind, even if you don't believe it yourself.
John,
for me,
out of the characters and all that, does Nell have any information about my father? Any new information?
As you are thinking that, you actually see your father walk in the door. And he says, Excelsior, Excelsior. One moment. I will have Shazin meet you, and I will meet with the two of you in a little while. Just wait out there for me. I'll be with you in a little while.
Fuck yeah. I've been waiting more for this shit.
So he says, well, then I'll ask you to leave for now. Mirko, I'll need you, your father, and Brolo to stay. I need to speak with you. And Shazin, if you'll wait in the waiting room with your father, and I will be back with you shortly. I need to speak with you. Some new stuff has come to light.
Yes.
And Mirko, so you and Brolo and your father are sitting in a room with Nell.
All right.
So Mirko and Marco and Brolo.
Marco Polo.
Marco Brolo. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Perfect.
So, Marco, I don't know if you know this, and Brolo, you probably don't either. I don't know if you'll understand it, but I have a powerful stone that helps me know things, and the closer I am to people, I can know their history. And Marco, you were part of a barbarian tribe before you found your way to Steelcliff, weren't you? Yes, I was. I was. I was part of the. Frollo, what tribe were you part of? Did you name that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Skype.
You were part of the Bardo tribe.
Ooh, Bardo tribe.
Like
Bardo. You were part of the Bardo tribe, weren't you? Yes, I was. And Brolo, you hear him say that? Do you perk up? Do you say anything?
Well, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Fuck.
that's perfect. Just fuck.
Frollo, do you know anything about the
Only
Bardo
you didn't
tribe?
say fudge.
Home.
Home? Yes, you're from the Bardo tribe, correct?
Your ear's not good.
Oh, talking shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little elderly. I will try to hear you better. I have some trouble sometimes. It's okay. Just bear with me.
To be fair, Marco probably doesn't hear so well either, from all I know of Marco.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of trouble.
To be fair,
His left ear is great. His right ear sucks.
Well, it's a good thing he's standing on with his left ear to Nell to make sure he can hear him good. So Nell says, well, and from what I can tell, from my knowledge from the knowledge stone of Brolo, he does not know who his father is. I mean, he's looking for his daddy, which is his god, but he doesn't know his true father. He was raised by his mother, Grollo, and she, I believe, had a moment with you, Marco, before you left. That kind of happened a long time ago. I never really thought about it. I left and never looked back, and then I built my family, and I got my boys and my daughter, and I mean, I could never be prouder. I got the hero Junel as a son. And who else has that? And I put that life behind me. I'm not a barbarian anymore. Are you trying to tell me something about this boy? I believe he might be your son. My son? Mirko, what? Do you know what he's talking about? Is he telling the truth? Like, does he know everything about everything? How could I have a son?
I mean, well, when a man and a woman love each other very much.
Well, yes, I know something happened when I was young, but that was a long time ago. I mean, I moved far away from there, started a life.
P in the V.
Right. I mean,
I guess you got a brother.
Did you cut the see, here's what you need to do, Pops, is you need to you cut open a sheep, right? The one you're about to slaughter, and you take the intestines out and you wrap that around.
You're gonna make a fucking condom.
Your thingy.
Go that, yourself.
Did you do that?
You cut a log and you count the rings.
I've never done that before in my life, son. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Fuck. I mean,
who does that?
Dudes that don't want kids. Shit, man. Mom told me about how to make kids. I thought you already knew how they happen.
I got tons of kids. Who doesn't have lots of kids? Everybody has kids.
Tons
no
of
one
How
does
many
that.
fucking brothers do I have?
But you got that. Well,
I
now
got
2, I
kids!
guess.
Calm down,
2,
Heath
I
Slater.
guess. So
Right.
I got
Thank
4.
you,
Well,
Josh.
yeah, I got 4 kids now, I guess. Shoot.
One man.
Or no, 5, because you have 3 brothers and a sister, or 2 brothers and a sister. Who I got too many kids to count. I don't.
It was 3 total kids, but
Okay.
So anyway,
Well, I thought you told me about 2 different things.
Not really that important. They're gone anyway. So Mirko's going to basically ignore his dad's fucking thing he's doing right now and just walk up to Brolo. I assume he's seated, and he's going to extend a hand in hopes that Brolo grabs it.
Brother?
Does Brolo grab said hand?
Oh yeah.
Then he rolls
I'll follow you anywhere.
He rolls a 27 on his strength check and pulls Brolo out of the seat and hugs him.
Maybe cracking a rib or two in the process.
No. It's just.
Are you gonna resist this, Brolo?
Yeah, Brolo, roll a strength check.
Brolo rolled a 2.
Okay, so he pulls Brolo out of
flying out.
Yeah, it's the best.
And while Brolo's like in the air, arms splayed, he just hugs him. And he says, "Brother." And
the hype bros.
And that's it.
Oh God, not the hype bros.
I love it. And you guys walk out with your arms over each other's shoulders.
Fantastic.
And Shazin, you are summoned into Nell's office with your father.
But my nails. Yes, sir.
So, Shazin, there's a little bit of information I left out of the last meeting, and I'll need you to inform Mirko and tell him why. I'll let your father tell you. I'll just sit here, and your father looks at you, and he looks very ashamed.
Good to see you.
It's, I'm very happy to see you alive, Shazin. I'm upset. These creatures that were created, they're my creation. I was working on a development team for creatures to create for the arena. And I had created these creatures, but the problem was they weren't as ferocious as we wanted them to be as an illusion. They couldn't quite muster up the way they would in real life. And we had scrapped the plans and decided to never create them. And I had been working with the Nature Stone, and I wasn't creating those creatures, no matter what anyone tries to accuse me of. I was not. I did not do that. But when I was using the Nature Stone, something happened and those creatures were created, and they had condensed them into an area, and they had contained them, and they were trying to find a way to get rid of them. And then this all happened. I did not create them, Shazin. I don't know what happened, but I know I didn't do it. You'll have to believe me. And what Nell is saying about this mind control has to be what happened to me. I believe that whatever is causing this is controlling people's minds or doing something or causing some sort of shift in this world. I don't know what it was, but it did something to me, and it caused this to happen. I can't believe I can't believe I ever thought of such horrible beasts. I'm so sorry to have shamed you, my son. I'm so sorry to have shamed you. You're a hero, and you don't deserve a father like me. And he just kind of look bows his head. Well, Brolo, you're not in the room anymore.
Father, I don't know what to say. Since you've saved me from my fate as a child, I have only put you above, and I have thought of only you as my main source of inspiration and my moral compass. And going through all these adventures, I've gotten perspective. I've actually gained friends. I understand the way you brought me up was to toughen me up because I had a hard way to go anyways, being what I was. But this is a lot to take in, Father. I truly do not know what to say. I am conflicted. I want to tell my friends. I want to tell my friends everything. I want to tell my dear friend, new friend, Mirko, about this because he, above all of us, has lost the most in my eyes.
If you want me to, I will tell him myself. I feel horrible for what has happened. I did not create these creatures for this. We had scrapped that project, and they were not to be created under any means. And somehow, it got created. The plans were destroyed. I was the only one who would have known, but I did not do it. And if Mirko needs me to tell him that, I can tell him that. But
yes,
I can't do much more than that.
I think the most honorable thing you could do is come man to man, face to face, and let him know all that you've told me. That would be the honorable thing to do. He would at least respect and appreciate that. He made the news, but he would appreciate it.
Well,
and also, I believe you. I believe that this is not intentional. I believe you didn't do this to harm all of us and harm the world. So all I ask of you now is to tell us the truth. Keep telling us the truth and be ready to help any way you can.
Don't do that.
I will. And we did not know this attack was coming. This all came afterwards. They were building this, they were weakening us at points, and they were waiting for tactical strikes. We didn't even know a plan was coming. And I can't believe that I've caused all this. We will set up. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your friends and have them meet us for dinner at our house tonight. That's what we'll do. I'll have them all over and I will explain to them what has happened, and I will give you all. I will sit down and give you any knowledge I have on the creatures, of any weaknesses and any strengths they may have.
I think that would be the best course for now, Father. Thank you.
And I'll leave you to your day. This has been a lot for you. And yes. He gets up and he leaves. And Nell says, Shazan, let everyone know we will start moving out in 3 weeks. You guys will have 3 weeks of rest. We need time for you to prepare and plan for your journey, and we need time to prepare our troops for the march and get our adventurers ready to head into the Diamond Cities. And we'll start moving out in 3 weeks. So let your comrades know. And you have a nice day, and I wish you the best on your journey.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I will pass on the news to my friends. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like sitting there still stunned, just sitting there in the chair, just kind of like, I haven't moved the whole time. So
yeah.
So
it's
taking me a minute to get up.
Yeah, you just kind of are like, what the heck is even going on?
Yeah, like what? Yeah.
And we are going to cut there.
Woo.
And I would like to know how everyone is feeling and what their characters are thinking.
My character just pooped his pants. Sorry.
Shazan, I'm going to let you marinate. I'm going to come back to you last. So let's go with Brolo. how are you feeling? What are you thinking? Has he realized that he has a new brother?
I mean, Brillo's
and a father?
a little frustrated with the guy insulting his intelligence constantly.
Nell.
Yeah, dude. What a dickbag.
Nell's a prick sometimes.
He wasn't trying to insult your intelligence. He was just having trouble talking to you. He doesn't slow down that well. He's go.
Your half brother is not a big fan of Nell anyway, so please proceed.
But he's a little annoyed by Nell. I could understand that.
Yeah, it's just the circumstances, you know.
Yeah, and it's
not that Nell's an evil person, you know.
He's at the center of a hurricane of shit.
Yeah. He's kind of the scapegoat.
He's trying to fix it.
You know?
Yeah, he is definitely the scapegoat because he's the most powerful man in the city, and he was in control and responsible for these magics that have now caused a hellacious turn on the world. While they've done great for the world for 200 years, people aren't thinking about that right now. They're thinking about their dead relatives, which they should be. So, Brolo, you're just pissed off. You're not liking Nell insulting your intelligence. Anything else? How do you feel about any of the other stuff that's been going on?
Father.
I mean, I'm all right.
Okay.
Chill.
It's been a couple of slow episodes.
Close to the vest. I like it though.
A lot of
Hello?
A lot of development in
Okay, you said we had a too combat-y episode, and then now you're saying too much character development. I don't want to hear no more.
All I'm saying is we've played for 7 hours, and all we have done is 2 skills challenges.
Hey,
we did 3.
Yeah, we did 3 skills challenges, to be fair.
Okay.
They were separated.
Well, Alec wants to do more fighting also, like me.
I'm just saying, a blend.
Very story-based.
I want to
I was using it as a tool to tell this story because we had already gone on a long journey.
Hey,
we had to get back.
Can I go next?
So, you can go next.
Okay, this has been my favorite session so far, personally.
Yep.
But
thank you, Adam.
No, you know, it's definitely way subjective. Like, I get it.
No, I get it too.
No,
I do.
Every character's like and player is gonna feel differently about every session, but he's Mirko is all kinds of fucked. He's happy about the whole Brolo thing, kind of. Like, I mean,
he's got a loose dick.
Right. Like, it's like, okay, Dad. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I guess. Sort of.
Well,
but
back then they were more free with their dicks.
I guess. It was, we're treating it like the summer of love or whatever. But, he's happy about Brolo. He's given like mad side eye to Jarek. But he's got way more to be pissed off about than Jarek being a liar.
A turd.
Well, okay, so time out 1 second on that. Did Jarek ever straight up tell you guys that he was blind?
Yes, he referred to himself as Jarek the Blind.
Jarek the Blind. I can't
all the time.
Yes, you told Torzun
and
you
the
can
first
call
thing
me
you said was
Jarek the Blind.
I'm blind.
But did you ever question it then?
We did how many insight checks? Yes, that is questioning.
Oh crap!
You straight up lied to us.
I don't remember if I said that was Jarek the Blind or just Jarek. Because
Jarek the Blind.
Then you guys
okay.
By the way he was acting.
Okay, wait, time out. All the stick tapping and referring to yourself as Jarek the Blind. Yeah, you lied to us, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But we know now. But Mirko's got other shit to be pissed off about.
But it's worked to our advantage in the end.
It hasn't.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
It has not
yet.
When has it been
Not
advantageous
beneficial.
to
It may not have hurt us.
I'm
but
pretty
not
sure
beneficial.
it's helped on some like talking to other people because they thought I was a blind person.
Nope. You've never got advantage for being blind.
I don't need advantage. They just underestimate me. I think it works.
Look. Okay.
It's a character trait. It's okay. Let's not beat up on Jarek.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about Mirko. Mirko is a little miffed that he's been rolling with this dude claiming to be blind, but he's realized his mom is dead, and he also lost.
Oh no, I have used it. Time out. The bandit cave with the orcs. Definitely use it there.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
It's all good.
It was useful.
Yeah.
It was
Just
okay.
let it go, man.
Let's say it was useful. You
Let it
still
go.
lied. It doesn't just chill. Right. Okay. So he's got other things to be mad about.
It's
Okay.
all good.
But that's where Mirko's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jarek, how are you feeling? What are you thinking?
So, story-wise for me, finally they know my secret that I'm not actually blind and I'm faking it to try and pretty much get advantage over people so they underestimate me. Cool, that works because I wanted them to find out eventually. Me and you, John, we even talked about if they didn't find out after a certain point, I was just gonna flat out fucking tell them. So it's cool that they found out something in the story, so we could build it into the story, which is nice. It's been two episodes without real combat, which makes me sad because I've been wanting to especially this episode because I really want to drop some of this new melee skills I have, but I could wait another week.
I know, guys. I'm getting there.
It's cool.
I promise.
Well, the skill challenges you did were good. I thought they were really good.
We're gonna get into some heavy combat in the next arc, so I wanted to end this one on a different mode.
So
That's how I wanted to.
those were good. It built a good story. But just like I say personally, I miss combat. But hey, it's fine.
No,
otherwise, I think, like I said, I didn't really have much character building. The big character building was for Shazam and Mirko, which I think was really freaking good. Having throwing in the twist of Shazam's dad unintentionally might be responsible for the little creatures is sort of cool. Which Jericho, when he finds out, he's probably going to find it hilarious considering he likes chaos.
That's so like Mirko and Jarek mixed together is my
Jarek's not going to have any problem.
You just put on the list.
Yeah, he's gonna find it hilarious, and So and then also we got more with who I hope to be my arch nemesis later on down the road that I get to actually have a go at this guy.
Warlock.
Because I have a feeling in a
Warlock
give
him
fight.
A good name, John.
Well, I feel like in a Warlock fight, like he wouldn't expect me to be as good at melee as I am. So I might have a slight advantage there, but we'll see what all happens. But I like how we're keeping you're gradually keeping him in the storyline, have him pop up every now and then so we don't forget about him, and understand that he's probably the big baddie at the end of the road, or at least one of the big baddies.
Possible.
So yeah, it's or like maybe like a mini boss or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like this one was fun. Like even though like Alex said, I miss real combat.
I understand that, and I am sorry we've been out of combat for a while.
It's fine. We also derailed ourselves at least for like a half hour total, if not more, this episode.
Wait, I got more Creed jokes. Do you want them?
No, we're good.
I think Shazin still is going to tell us what he's thinking because he's got his mind blown. So I wanted to give him a chance to resonate.
Shazin, I accept your feelings with arms wide open.
Oh
God!
Eat a big
under the sunlight.
Dick.
You know it, baby.
Will you welcome me to that place?
I can.
I just want you to show me everything.
Oh,
you got it, buddy. It's all yours.
You're gonna see his dick now.
Well, I'm gonna stand with you on a mountain, bathe with you in a sea.
That's fucking Savage Garden.
I'm going with a new band. Fuck you.
He's mixing it up
Okay.
Oh,
I like
shit.
it. All
like
right.
a cherry cola.
Oh my god.
like an eagle-eye cherry. Shall we save tonight?
Oh Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
And fight
Anyway.
the Run.
Oh,
I mean, that's
So,
what I
up
was.
next-
That's what I was thinking.
Shazin, how
future
are you
listeners
feeling?
may
What are
hate
you
us.
thinking?
I got my freaking mind blown. I'm just I'm kind of like phased out almost. Like I don't know how to react because I'm like, I guess I have a couple different things. You know, I have of course the whole Jared thing, and that was my thing. I was frustrated with for a little bit, but then this just totally knocked, almost like Mirko, just knocked it away. Like, who cares if he lied to us at this moment? I don't care about that. He's mostly just focused on this bombshell that his father dropped on him.
I've
About him being-
I've also been a good real party mate.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's denying what Jarek has done. So,
I'm sort of fucking like kamikaze style at times.
freaking turd. No, just playing. But yeah, so he's like almost like numb, almost trying to figure it out because he didn't think his father was evil. He didn't think his father did it for like a mean reason. Like like he said, he almost feel like he was under control, like the other people.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to process everything, and he's wondering how his new friends will react to it, especially Mirko. I mean, it's again.
I
he's
like
most,
the note.
I
like the no insight checks on your father too. I did like that.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh,
his dad.
yeah.
Why would his dad lie to him?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to play up that part. I kept itching that, like maybe I should do that, maybe I should do that, but I'm like,
No, it was.
I don't
I
see
love that you
him-
didn't.
I don't see him flipping on his father so hard so quickly. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, he would
Yeah.
not.
So
No.
And Nell
Yeah.
Nell has
Like,
Nell
unless-
has
unless,
said
like,
from
your
the
dad was-
beginning he believes your father.
Unless your
Yeah.
dad was a piece of shit to you like your whole entire life, yeah.
exactly, he was
flip on him.
stern, he was strict at times. Like I've kind of been trying to insinuate, like I was kind of to myself a lot. I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was not a lot of like him teaching and training me as my
Yeah.
years growing up. But he wasn't a mean father or spiteful father.
He was
so
off
you
doing
know.
his studies. He was busy
Yeah.
with his studies, and he
So-
didn't always have time for you. But
He wasn't,
Yeah.
a
was
bad, he
there
wasn't a
if you
bad
needed
dad.
him.
He wasn't
Put it
a
that
bad
way.
dad.
He wasn't
Exactly.
a bad dad.
Well,
Exactly.
and maybe if Tank chooses to play the character this way, like him being the stepping stone to these creatures might give him reason to distrust. But that's
Yeah.
Tank's choice.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun.
That's why I
It's super
think he's-
fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's why I think he's numb. He's so confused because he wants to have that belief, like as a son, and my father would do no wrong, and he's my moral compass, and I believe him, and he's gonna try to fix this, and we still need to fix his name from beforehand. His name was already tarnished beforehand with personal stuff, so this is even gonna be even a bigger thing that a hump he has to get over. And
Yeah.
he's just
And-
trying to process, like, I want to help and support my father and believe my father, but then how will my friends react to the news, and where is this going to go? Yeah, he's just very no.
Well, you're the only one that knows that shit though too, so keep that in mind.
Yeah,
As of right
Yeah.
now.
yeah, exactly, and that's I guess
And that's
I'm playing
something
that out.
I will have you kind of play that out in character. You won't have
Yeah.
to tell him everything you learned from your father. You can say, I tell them everything I know. But
Yeah.
like that telling them that will play out in character because that's definitely needed.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm
Cool.
at right now. So
Okay, guys.
Did everybody go?
I think so.
Think so,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
well,
went.
I'm gonna shut us down. Everybody say
Cool.
good night.
That sounds
Ubu.
like a good time.
Good night, boo boo.
Good night, Ubu.
Good night, Kevin.
Puppy.